Welcome into week number 5 of GOAT 4v4 hockey action. It's Team Teal and Team Black. I'm Caden McCrory, alongside me, Andrew Keel. The playoff race is starting to close in. Both of these teams find themselves at the bottom. One at the end of today will make their way up the standings. With only 1 week left of regulation play after this, these games are going to be becoming more meaningful by the minute.
Yeah, Black sitting currently in the 4 spot, the last seed in the playoffs with 5 points. Teal 1 spot behind them, 1 point behind them with 4 points. The 2 overtime wins doing them in a little bit there, but a win here can not guarantee, but it looks pretty good with a win here tonight for Teal.
Once again, though, Teal without 3 of their star players, Caden Pendo, LJ Mooney, and Logan Coley, for the 3rd straight week without either of those 3 in the lineup. Hasn't been a bother, though, because in their last 2 games, 2 overtime victories.
Yeah, 2 overtime victories. Getting some love from your first overall and second overall pick. We're looking at Quinn McKenzie and Braxton Whitehead. Whitehead with 4 goals so far, and McKenzie with 3. So definitely getting some good depth from them without your top scorer in LJ Mooney. But someone who's definitely stepped up for Teal, number 3, Nick Cyprin, 7 goals on the season.
He's been a real treat to watch. As for Team Black, overtime winners last week as they slowly start to make their way up through the standings. Jackson Morehouse, the victory on that one. Also some really impressive games from Nick Sawicki, Cohen Bell Sterling, Thomas Jarman. They're a team, they don't have a lot of star power, but they have a lot of ways to make you pay. And they really came back in that last game last week, got the OT victory, and put themselves back in the playoff spot.
Yeah. A win here will be big for Black. I didn't do the math perfectly. I'll try and do some math in the intermission to see what each team's scenario will be to clinch. But I feel like a win here and a red loss, and it's almost certain at that point.
As they're at a little delay here, just trying to get the pucks in order. Our goaltending matchup, Carson Fry makes his 2nd straight start for Teal. 1-0, 7 goals against last week. As for Black, Jeff Kreidler, 1-2, a 9 goals against average. Puck drop, Bell Sterling against Boyson. Black and Teal, week 5 underway. Jarman at center for Black will push this one back to Zach Hickson. Hickson puts this one through center. Has Lewandowski. Forward for Bell Sterling. Had 2 last week. Was number 2 in Black. Puts this one across for Jarman. Pass taken away by Aaron Blair. Back in the lineup after missing last week. Blair through center. Has Braxton Whitehead. Whitehead going across. Back in front. Rebound for Blair, and he scores. Aaron Blair gets Teal on the board early. It's 1-0.
First GOAT 4v4 goal for Aaron Blair. Hadn't had one in the first 4 weeks. Gets one today. A big one to start off.
Good to see Aaron Blair, as we said, missed last week. Gets his first career goal here. Teal on top just in the opening seconds of this hockey game. Moving forward is Teal now. Whitehead across center. He has speed down the left wall. The Regina Pats product puts this one off. And down in the corner behind the net is Blair. Blair looking up high for Boyson. Jarman in the lane. Gives it forward for Tyler Love. Loses it. Will recollect it as he crosses the blue line. Love down the right wall. Moving it in front off the post. Looking for Evan Mitchell. And now Teal can move it forward. Boyson for McKenzie. Across for Ramirez. His shot skies over the net. Zach Goldfein settling for Black. Pushing forward for Mitchell. Mitchell shot. Glove save made by Fry. Whistle dead here at 21-27.
Another good chance for Teal there. Look at playing definitely like their backs are against the wall, which they probably are.
Yeah.
Don't know the exact math, like I said, but Teal needs this win here. They had their backs against the wall starting 0-2, and since then have been 2-0, overtime wins, but still wins nonetheless.
Cole Antonio down low for Goldfein. Looking in front for Sawicki. Can't get to him. Goldfein down low now, across behind the net for Sawicki. Crossing with John McDonald. McDonald off the wall. Teal seemingly with 2 wins could get themselves in a playoff position, and here they come. Ben Kuzma racing for it. Kuzma looking up high, the shot coming in from George, stopped by Kreidler for the save.
Great shot by George, unable to get it up high enough to get over the pad, so just went straight into the legs. But the more shots you get, the more shots are going to go in. And it was a good shot there by George.
No Morehouse, as mentioned as well, for Black. So missing their captain and star player, and still without Austin Orvitz, who is on their long-term injured reserve list. Hopefully he can come back at some point. Here's Bell Sterling, attempting to move back behind the net. George all over him. Bell Sterling goes through the middle. MacDonald, drop pass for Sawicki. Sawicki, breakaway shot, hitting off the blocker of Fry. Now breakaway the other way for Jack Edwards. Edwards one-on-one with Kreidler, and he scores. Jack Edwards, and it's 2-0 Teal early in this hockey game.
I don't know how I got lost up there. I was thinking he was going the wrong way. But a great breakaway opportunity. It does what they couldn't, like Black couldn't do. They shoot early instead of going for a move. That time it works for Teal. Did not work for Black on the other end.
An early 2-0 lead for the Teal squad. Andrew said, seemingly their backs up against the wall without a lot of their roster. Guys have to step up. And it's been the unlikely heroes so far early in Blair and Edwards. Kuzma carrying for Teal. Assisted on the OT winner last week. Fires one on net. Glove save Kreidler, and he'll hold 19-10.
Flashing the leather on that one, making that one look pretty.
Offensive zone draws, and they're going to throw out a couple of the stars here. Whitehead and Boyson. Boyson, the OT winner last week. Whitehead the week prior. Draw one by Black to Zach Hickson, back in his second game off the injured list. Black using a lot of their cap space, coming back into play with both Hickson and Orvich on the LTIR. Whitehead down the right wall. Puts this one wide of the net. I'll circle all the way around, and Blair will have to go back to retrieve. Fry out of his net to hold. Off for Blair, lost in his skates. Traffic from Black coming. Eventually gets the pass forward for Boyson. Boyson throws it into neutral territory. Black will clear back to center. Bell Sterling going across for Lewandowski. He'll chip this one back to the top of the circle. Lewandowski down low. Had Bell Sterling. Rebound is there. Back to Bell Sterling. Firing and getting across. Carson Fry. What a stop. Here's Nick Cyprin, leading goal scorer for Purple, the Chatham product. Puts this one on net. Right to it is Kreidler with the stop.
Carson Fry, have a day so far, and it's only been 5 minutes.
That was incredible. I don't know how he got across for that.
I mean, just able to make himself as big as possible for that shot right in front of him. Gets the, I believe it was the blocker on it, and it was incredible.
Don't know what has the save of the year cake so far. Here's Thomas Jarman breakaway. Fires and he scores. 3 games in a row for Thomas Jarman getting on the goal sheet. It's 2-1.
And just as we talk about how good Fry is, the commentator's curse hits us like a train as Fry gives up that one on the breakaway. Not much you can do, especially with Teal. 1 defenseman on the roster, and he's not even here today.
It's definitely a tough thing to try to, especially, like you said, Pendo is a very puck-moving defenseman as well. A lot of offense to his game. Black down by 1. Seemingly have the momentum as Tyler Love, carries in. Zach, the brother playing for RMU, got a little mixed up for a moment. I'm getting ready for RMU hockey, and I'm getting my loves mixed up. And stop there from Carson Fry. It's 16:40 here in the first half of this hockey game. Both teams sitting at a respective 2-2. Black, though, with regulation win, has the advantage on Teal at the moment. Coming in here is Quinn McKenzie. Puts this one up high to Blair. Blair down low. The give and go from George. Blair couldn't hold on to it. And back is Love. Forward for Mitchell. Mitchell holding. Go back behind the net to Love. Love gets away from McKenzie. Forward for Nick Sawicki. Sawicki across center into the zone. Right-handed shot. Goes behind the net. Still looking for someone to go to. Has Goldfein at the point. Goldfein on net. Deflected by Mitchell. Stopped by Fry. Sawicki into the corner. Battling away with it. through the skates of Mitchell, and now Boyson leading the rush for Teal. We'll get a couple of changes behind the play. Boyson will take it up, looks to dangle through, puts it off into the corner. Boyson up high, pass intercepted by Sawicki. Sawicki has one-on-one chance here against Ramirez. Sawicki out wide shot underneath the helmet and stopped by Carson Fry.
It has seemed to turn the momentum to Black. Black, a lot of rush chances. Not a lot of in-zone opportunities, but a lot of rushes going in Black's favor. Just unable to beat Fry except for the one.
Cohen Bell Sterling, on the draw, going up against Jack Edwards, one of the goal scorers so far for Teal. Teal with the face-off win. Carrying in is Kuzma. Kuzma backhand, puts it wide of the net. And now a breakaway the other way. Bell Sterling one-on-one with Fry. Bell Sterling, backhand, save with the skate. Carson Fry again. Here's Cyprin off the wall ahead of Ramirez. No icing as Hickson will poke that away. Kuzma sends this one all the way back. And buys lonesome as Jack Edwards to retrieve.
Edwards came back all the way on that breakaway attempt. Got a little bit of a hook in there. Not a penalty hook, just enough hook to not get fully on the shot.
Here's John McDonald. Drop pass across. Bell Sterling wide open cage, and we're all knotted up at 2.
That seems like a moment that if you're Teal, you want one of your defensemen. Well, a defenseman.
Yeah.
Because a forward back in that position is not going to do as well as a defenseman in that position. So I feel like that's going to be Teal's big downfall.
Bell Sterling, 3 goals in his last 2 contests. Has really turned it on as of late for Black. Dane Ramirez for Teal. Looks to take it up. Bell Sterling on the case. Fire glove save rebound. Fry right to it.
Fry has been an insane mountain to try and get through so far. At least 12 saves already, maybe even more, as he's looked strong in the back end as opposed to Kreidler. I mean, he still looked good, but has not faced the volume of shots that Fry has.
Teal hasn't had a lot of ozone time. Cyprin looking to change that, goes across the Whitehead. Pass taken between his legs. Into the corner, he'll battle Lewandowski. Lewandowski attempting to clear. Cyprin is there. Cyprin behind the net, looks for Whitehead. Attempted in front for George. Pass broken up. Springing Jarman free was Bell Sterling. Pass was just ahead. Now Fry playing a little offense. Gets this forward to Whitehead. Touch forward to Cyprin. Down low for George. He'll battle away with Love. George off the back of the net. Looking to get around. Chips it on the back of the netting. As they look to somehow get it free. Black eventually does. Up high to Kuzma. Kuzma shot saved by Kreidler. Rebound is there, attempting a baseball bat swing with Whitehead. He'll settle up to the point to Kuzma. Kuzma shot Kreidler to it with no traffic and stopped at 12:23.
That's what Teal needs. They need the offensive zone pressure. They're getting Kreidler moving back and forth, getting him a little tired there, especially with the puck on the net. Definitely a good shift there from Teal, hoping they can build off this in their next one.
Whitehead winning it forward, giving it off to Blair now behind the net. Blair 7 goals with Connecticut junior team this year, getting his first GOAT League goal today. Blair down low to Boyson. Boyson will go around the circle, taking it around. Sawicki is there to battle him. Getting around Boyson. Puts it to the back of the net. Blair is there for rebound, stopped, and here comes Black. Sawicki had some trouble with it, carries into the zone now. Sawicki across to Jarman. Jarman shot blocked by Whitehead. Rebound is there, looking for Mitchell, and couldn't connect. Sawicki at center, standing tall, makes the block, carries in, gives off to Mitchell. Looking ahead, Sawicki back for Mitchell. Caught in his equipment, and now Blair trying to muscle forward. Gives it off to Whitehead. Settling at center, and now into the zone. First overall pick, Braxton Whitehead. Across for Quinn McKenzie, the second overall selection. Off the back of the net, gives the Blair. To the skates of Boyson, backhand attempt, closing the wing was Kreidler.
Another great offensive zone pressure there from Teal. They seem to turn it up, back with their back up against the wall now after the 2-goal lead dissipated from Black. And I feel like we're going to see this a lot this game, just going back and forth in terms of scoring.
Trying to go forward, Boyson, McDonald taking the block in front of Chance, and a save from Kreidler out of his net, battling Edwards as he looks for a second in the game. Blair will pick it up. Puts on the brakes, spins away, drop pass for Boyson. Boyson behind the net with this one. On his backhand, looking in front, pass broken up, Goldfein to pick it up for Black. Off the skates of Cole Antonio, into the zone, on sides. As now Teal, 3-on-1. Boyson out wide for Blair, on sides. Boyson, shot, getting back. Kreidler using the paddle to make the save and keep this knotted up at 2.
Got about 95% of that one, and then got all of it on the second chance. Just squeaks by, but enough of it to stop it from going in the net and covers it before it rolls its way in.
Seemingly all Teal the last couple of minutes. Haven't beaten Kreidler quite yet. Goldfein battling away with it. Coming out victorious. Looking out wide. He has McDonald. Back for Goldfein. Touch forward for Hickson. Pass taken away. Through center. Breakaway Ramirez. Tried to go 5-hole. Kreidler stands tall. Now the other way. Goldfein 1-on-1 against Cyprin. Spins away to the backhand, looks for one more move, and taken away. Fry showing off his puck skills again, but turned over to Bell Sterling. Out wide to McDonald. Looking in front for Goldfein, tipped wide. One more chance, paddle from Fry prevents that opportunity. And now looking for a spring free was McKenzie. McDonald will take it back. Ramirez gloves that one down. Looks out wide. McKenzie moves this one out wide. McKenzie looking. Gets away from McDonald. Circles one more time. Drop pass to Ramirez. Out wide to Edwards. One more time down low to McKenzie. Circling, looking for the shot. Going across for Cyprin. Pass broken up. Staying on sides is Teal. Walking the line. Gets it down to Ramirez. Into the corner. Edwards. Up high for Cyprin. Seemingly a power play almost. Spinning is McKenzie. Towards the net, going across, and an almost goal for Edwards. Hits that one off the post on the second attempt. McDonald to clear. Going across for Love. Now off the skate of Bell Sterling going against Cyprin. Bell Sterling to his backhand will hold up. Looking for the pass. Continues his back skate. Drop pass to Tyler Love. Towards the net looking for a Mitchell deflection. And now Teal the other way. McKenzie looking to split the D. Has Ramirez as reinforcement. Mitchell will poke it free. And Cyprin at center ice for Teal. He has some room to work with. Cyprin looks to split the D. Lewandowski stands tall as the Chatham teammates go down in the corner. Around the net, Lewandowski. To the point, McKenzie waiting. Non-stop action for the last couple of minutes here, most of it being on the Teal side of things. Here's Kuzma. Onto his backhand. We'll circle with it. Cross now for Ramirez. Ramirez crossing pass with his Teal teammates. Looking in front, deflection, rebound, and who else but Nick Cyprin to give Teal back the lead. It's 3-2.
Just as we were saying, Cyprin has been incredible for this Teal team. He gets another one today after 7 goals in the first 4. Increases his lead to 8-5, and he's not done yet.
That's a pretty good pace. I believe that's also second in the entire, maybe second or third in the entire go. So very impressive numbers from Nick Cyprin. Ben Kuzma, who had a similar category last year, scoring 14, has it and gives it off to Whitehead. Looking down low, crossing pass with George, couldn't get the deflection off. 6:05 to go in this first half. 3-2 Teal. Kuzma shot, rebound for a Whitehead, couldn't get there. Now Boyson. Down low had George, didn't see the pass coming, and now Jarman to Kreidler. Oh boy, almost disastrous. Luckily Kreidler gets down and stops that one.
That could have been an interesting one to try and to call. Who did you give that to? I know who you're supposed to give that to, but I don't remember who you give it to.
That was an interesting turn. Luckily, I think Kreidler just gets down, makes the save. I think it's the best case scenario right there. As McDonald almost put one on his own goaltender. It's almost 2 straight own goals on Black.
I believe that probably would have went to, I don't remember who it was, but whoever shot it from the point.
I think Kuzma?
I think
Maybe
so.
Kuzma?
I don't remember the number.
That's something we'd have to go back and see if it was a goal. Regardless, we know it was a Teal player at the point. That's all you guys are going to get right now. From the point, Boyson shot with the screen from Whitehead. Stop from Kreidler. Boyson plays this one to the corner. Kuzma to pick it up. Walks the blue line. Over to Wyatt George. Drop pass to Braxton Whitehead. Shot. Save Kreidler. Rebound and pushed off to the corner by the Black defense. Kuzma at the blue line around Jarman. Backhander. Blocker stop. Cool Antonio corralling for Team Black. As they can finally get out of the zone, Hickson will head to the bench. Here's Slowicki. Draw pass to Jarman. Jarman shot over the net. Cool Antonio couldn't get to the loose puck, and now Teal springs free. Kuzma for Blair. Across, Whitehead shot, saved by Kreidler. Really keeping him in this hockey game. A lot of shots coming his way. No shot totals again, though. We apologize for that, as I'd love to know how many saves Kreidler has to this point.
Wasn't long ago I said he hadn't faced that many this game.
Yeah. Now it's seemingly an onslaught from the Teal offense. Here's Boyson. Crossing line, glove save. Kreidler, he'll hold on with just under 4 minutes to go.
Tipped by the Black player there. Could have been a third own goal technically, but able to catch that on the redirection, able to get his glove up into the shoulder.
He said Black missing a couple guys. Orvitz, one of them, as well as Jackson Morehouse, as well as the addition of Kenny Cadwalder, who hasn't played since his trade, coming over from Team Red. So obviously they're missing their fair share of guys. Teal as well. We mentioned the opener, no Pendo, no Mooney, and no Coley. But a lot of guys stepping up in those absent roles on both sides of things. McDonald's attempt blocked away. Aaron Blair looking out wide for McKenzie. McKenzie springs free. McKenzie shot and right to it. Kreidler with the glove.
Looked like he maybe wanted to play that one after the whistle, but ended up holding it and then getting the whistle.
Our referee was having a little fun with the door to the left of us, and she just pushed it for fun, and it actually came off.
Yeah.
So quick fix and resume back. But that's an interesting thing I did not expect to see today. Cool. Glove save there from the attempt from Jack Edwards. Quick stoppage here, 2:40 to go.
It's been has been an onslaught, like you said. All Teal recently. Dominating possession, just not able to get them behind Kreidler.
Benches are even as well, so it's not a numbers game, as we saw maybe last week, where a team just kind of ran out of gas at the end. Both teams pretty much the same. Black actually having one more body on the bench. 6 bodies to 5. There's John McDonald, will carry in for Black. McDonald looking, has the backhand of Love, pushed wide of the net. Edwards the clear, has Ramirez, out wide, McKenzie, one-on-one against McDonald. Puts this one off to the corner. Has Ramirez, he'll dangle in, Ramirez over the net on the attempt. McKenzie, up high to Edwards. Edwards dangling through, gets around McDonald, now he'll circle up high again. Crossing pass with Aaron Blair. Blair takes us into the right corner. Has Jack Edwards. Crossing once again, McKenzie to Blair. Looking to set something up and getting some room. Edwards dangling. Throws this one on and squeaks its way in. Jack Edwards with 2. And expanding the lead to 2, it's 4-2.
That one, an unfortunate bounce for Kreidler. Got some of it, but just bounces off his own equipment and goes in. The exact opposite of what happened in that previous one.
Yeah, unfortunate break, because Kreidler had every piece of it until it just snuck its way right underneath the pad and right to the back of the net. Not just the unfortunate break of the goaltender sometimes. Lewandowski for Slowicki as he'll drive it in. Pass going a bazillion miles an hour, looking for his man in Hickson. And now Teal pushing it across center. All 4 players joining the rush. Edwards to Ramirez off his skate, turning, and they'll give it back to Ramirez. Under a minute to go. Ramirez to Edwards. Edwards looking down low for Blair, so Wiki takes it away. Black seemingly having a break. Bell Sterling. Lewandowski to Bell Sterling, opening up Fry, and Teal will get it out of there, looking for the spring free of Edwards. Out of the net comes Kreidler, waving it off for an icing, and that'll seemingly do it for the end of this first half. 4-2 Teal. A lot of shots coming on both goaltenders at times. Kreidler's looked strong. Fry's looked strong. Only 6 total goals in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, in the Go 4v4 League, you're not expecting 6 goals in the first half, but it's been a dominant showing by Teal. Black had their moments at the first half, but it was all Teal.
Both teams will look to regroup. They'll have a minute and a half-ish to do so. We'll be right back with the second half of Teal and Black. Second half of Black versus Teal. The 4-seeded Black, the 5-seeded Teal, only a point separate the two. Teal up 4-2 as they look to leapfrog their friends in the standings. Goals from Jack Edwards, he has 2. Nick Cyprin collected his 8th of the season. Aaron Blair got his first for Teal, as Thomas Jarman and Cohen Bell Sterling respectively getting the goals for Black. Here's Wyatt George. That's taken away by Jarman. And now Black looking to come forward. Caden McCrory alongside Andrew Keel. As the clock hasn't started on both of our ends just because they haven't started out on the ice level. So we're getting a little extra free money time, I'd say, between the two hockey clubs. As now we are good to go on the terms of the clock. So they got about 30-ish seconds of free play. Here's a shot coming in, bouncing from Blair into the corner. As actually now they're just going to move it all the way to 22-22. Okay, we're just going to take off those 30 seconds then. Here's Sawicki. Breakaway. Backhand and goes underneath the bar. Nick Sawicki cuts the deficit to 1.
And they didn't need those extra 30 to score that, as they will score just under a minute into the game. Into the half, my mistake.
Yes, half game. It all blends together at this point.
Black seemed to benefit from that break, as they didn't have to face that Teal onslaught for those 2 minutes.
Here is Teal. Nick Cyprin for Whitehead. Whitehead shot, looking to go glove side, and rings around the boards. Boyson. He'll backpedal. Up to the point to McKenzie. Quinn McKenzie to his backhand. Will circle. And this is what Teal has done really well all game long, is this cycle of just getting the Black defenders to keep moving and find that perfect shot. Black has had no answer to this all game. Boyson towards the net. Eventually will come free. Zach Goldfein leading the rush. Goldfein To his backhand, settling, goes down low to McDonald. Up high to Goldfein. Cross to Tyler Love. Love to his backhand, will circle up high. Has Goldfein. Looking. To Cole Antonio in front. Down goes Fry to make the stop 20-41.
Looked like Fry dropped his stick on that shot. Didn't get a good angle of that from where I am, but could have been bad for rebound squirts out without your stick.
Definitely a tough spot to be in, especially one-goal game. I mean, those little tiny mistakes could cost you, especially only with, I said, only 2 games of regular season play to go, and Teal on the outside looking in at the moment. Here's Jarman in front, looks for Mitchell. Jarman recollecting as he'll back this one up. The Boston University player transferring to Lindenwood this season. Hickson turned over, Whitehead to Ramirez. Ramirez partial breakaway, holding up shot, blocker save Kreidler. Lewandowski will poke it off, getting it back as Ramirez down low for Whitehead, couldn't settle the initial pass. And now on his backhand, he'll circle up high. Has Quinn McKenzie. McKenzie, a Whitehead shot over the net. Couple good looks for Whitehead, hasn't capitalized, a lot of shots going high and wide. Whitehead again. Across for Boyson. This seems to be the top 4 they like to use. Boyson, Ramirez, McKenzie, and Whitehead. Boyson shot off the one-timer. Kreidler to it. Teal recollecting again. McKenzie to Ramirez. Down low to Whitehead. Across for Boyson. He'll kick it to himself. Boyson, the lesser-known name in the Logan Coley trade at the start of the season, but seemingly one of the most impactful players in the entire Go 4v4 league. Thomas Jarman springing free on a breakaway for Black. To the backhand. Oh, almost tucked that one in. A good look for Team Black.
Great defensive play to just lift the stick long enough.
Mitchell shot sailing wide. 10 versus 10 in the corner. Going behind the net, Bell Sterling. He'll circle. Goes behind the net, Bell Sterling. Looking. Up high to Love. Love has to take this one all the way back to center. Teal will go for 3 changes. Will it cost them as Bell Sterling's by himself looking to split in and wide of the net as he looked for his second of the game. He has another attempt and he'll capitalize. Cohen, Bell Sterling make it 2 for number 2 and we're all tied up.
I don't know where Teal was.
Changing.
They make the change, but they were still standing there.
It's like they forgot. They're just like, oh, we're supposed to play defense. Oh,
yeah. Unfortunate bounce there for Fry. What's interesting is Blair.
Puck.
Oh, get the puck.
Go get the puck. As the other number 2 has to go do a little puck retrieving with the other number 2 scoring a goal and then comes back out onto the ice. Man, he could really do it all. Scores first career goal, is the ball boy, technically, and then comes right back in on the ice. All not up at 4. 17 and a half to go here in the second half. Here's Slawicki across for Bell Sterling. Bounces off his stick. Bell Sterling now with 4 goals in his last 2 games, as this one will sail high over the net. Slawicki behind the net on his backhand. In front. Bell Sterling rings it off the crossbar. Looking for the hat trick. Blair with pressure. Can take this one behind the net. Sends this one up for Wyatt George. Pushed it out wide to Kuzma. And now Kuzma retreat all the way back. Seemingly trying to set up a set play. Kuzma with speed. He'll take it along the right wall himself. Behind the net, he'll roll with it. Has Blair. Across for George. Glove save. Rebound is there. And McDonald takes it away and will push it to center ice. Teal throws this one on net. Kreidler will hold as Cole Antonio settles behind the net. Forward for Zach Goldfein, 2-on-1 with Lewandowski. Lewandowski on the receiving end, and he scores. Caden Lewandowski had 2 last week and now gives Black the lead. It's 5-4.
After such a dominating effort from Teal at the end of that first half, this has got to be upsetting, as they've now lost the lead in the second half and they haven't had the chemistry working at all this half.
You do remember, Andrew, they'd love to come back in games as well. So this is not unfamiliar territory for them. The last 2 games have ended in overtime appearances for Teal, both victorious. And both games were trailing at points and throughout it and coming back to force OT. Goldfein pushes this one behind the net. Wouldn't it be something, though, Andrew, if the only wins Teal can get in the regular season are all overtime? Just that would be an insane stat, especially when overtime was so rare last season.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing in Whitehead off of Hickson, recollecting. And now a shot from out wide. Stopped from Kreidler on Boyson's attempt.
15 to go in the second half. As Teal looks to be, they've got their back against the wall again. That's when they were so strong in the first half. They were pushed out by Black, and they had to push back, and that's exactly what they need to do right now.
Boyson coming in, shot going wide. Cyprin will recollect this at center ice for Teal. Forward for Aaron Blair. Drop pass for Whitehead, couldn't go. Goldfein gets free. Backhand, one tuck, and stopped by Fry. Whitehead forward for Cyprin, the leading goal scorer on Teal. Drop pass to Whitehead. Backhand attempt, glove stop. Kreidler, and he'll hold 14-30. Teal getting a little spark of offense. Not much. It's enough just to get Kreidler, moving again, trying to just pick their spots.
Yeah.
Boyson, Cyprin, McKenzie, Ramirez. And they're off the draw. Ramirez going down low for McKenzie. Behind the net, he'll glove that down to himself. Behind the net for Cyprin. Looking for somewhere to go. Has Ramirez up high. Ramirez for McKenzie down low. Broken up by Love. He'll throw this one all the way down. Jarman will get there to beat out the icing. Jarman behind the net loses it. Looked in front for McDonald. Cyprin for Teal will take it away. Cyprin. Pass to stick of McKenzie. No icing as Kreidler will play it. As he'll play this one off for Love. Intercepted pass again by a fellow number 7 McKenzie. Forward for Ramirez. He'll muscle off Mitchell. McKenzie down low in front. Kreidler initially. Rebound hits off the crossbar and the post. One more chance blocked by Mitchell. Scrambling in front. And now McDonald can clear. Chaos in front of Jeff Kreidler with the defense standing tall with him. Here they come again. Off the skate of Boyson. Between the legs. Kreidler getting down. And will cover it up deservingly. Cover it up.
Incredible defensive effort there by Black to make sure that while Kreidler's down and out, there's still someone, somewhere, protecting the house. Kreidler able to get back in the position in time to make multiple saves after being on his back, on his side, everywhere.
That was one of, I think, the most insane sequences in front of the net that did not result in a goal all season long. Teal still down by 1. They have 12.5 to try to tie this hockey game in front. A shot from McKenzie, and Kreidler again standing tall.
Kreidler has been, I don't know about MVP, but could be up there with the MVP of the week already.
Yeah.
I don't know how much any player in the next 2 games could do in the Hopes.
Boyson playing it off of the referee's boot and wins a draw for Teal. Out wide, Edwards going across, looking for McKenzie, pass behind him. And now here comes Black on a 3-on-2, led by Cohen Bell Sterling. Bell Sterling trying to cross with Hickson. Eventually will play it down, a miscue with Lewandowski, and turned over. Here's Quinn McKenzie. Out wide to Dane Ramirez, waiting for reinforcements. Kicked forward to Ricky Boyson. Boyson trying to get around. Black's defense has been all over their zone play. Lewandowski, 3 goals in his last 2 games, including the dividend goal right now. Across for Bell Sterling. Pass broken up by a diving Edwards. Sawicki to Lewandowski, trying to move it to his forehand. And now springing free, a breakaway. It's Ben Kuzma, backhand. Kreidler gets a piece of it. Kuzma behind the net. He'll circle up high. Fires one, kick save, Kreidler. Comes right to the stick of Quinn McKenzie. Teal getting one more change as Wyatt George hops on. McKenzie for George, and it went right through the slot. And Black will take it away. Bell Sterling for Sawicki as he'll spring free. Sawicki to his forehand, and he scores. Nick Sawicki, 6-4 Black.
Great play there by Black. Great defensive effort there in their own zone. They've definitely been saving that. The expected goals against is definitely a lot higher on this Black defense.
A 2-goal deficit, 10 minutes to go for Teal, and Sawicki with 2 on the game, 8 on the season now as he leading Team Black. Whitehead across, glove save on Wyatt George. Jeff Kreidler again.
I think that just solidified MVP of the week.
Yeah, I think that might be it there.
We may need a 6-goal game out of someone later today in order to pass that.
It's been save after save, highlight after highlight. Incredible. Here's John McDonald. Off the wall for the Goldfein coming in. Cole Antonio to McDonald. Across Cole Antonio, right across from Mitchell. Rebound McDonald, and that'll go around the boards. And now a possible breakaway lifting the stick. Kuzma, Goldfein standing tall, wanting a call on both sides. None there. Here's McDonald. Trying to split the defense. And taken away. Wyatt George leads the 2-on-1 with Kuzma. George getting down. John McDonald with the block. Here's Cole Antonio as he'll hold. Teal has a free goal, and now they just took it away on their scoreboard. They had it 6-5, and I said, well, Teal's cheating a little bit here. I think someone paid off the scorekeepers. Shot here from Love, stopped by Fry. And now here comes Teal. Cyprin, looking, shooting. Rolls to the back net. Whitehead, he scores. Braxton Whitehead cuts the deficit to 6-5.
And that's your high-end talent paying off for Teal, coming back, pulling that back. Whitehead, first overall pick. They needed him in the clutch scenario that they are in. Delivers, and they need one more.
They think that's all because of a Nick Cyprin missed shot. A wide open net on the back door. Kicks right to him. Now off the draw, a little questioning on the face-off, and now here comes Teal again. Blair looks to split the defense. He does, trying to go across for Whitehead. And now Jarman attempts to clear. Goes across for Zach Hickson. Behind the net, under 8 minutes to go. 1-goal game with Black on top 6-5. Jarman off the cross-ice pass into the corner as he'll battle with Whitehead. Behind the net, Boyson. A give and go with Blair, and now Boyson will carry himself. Crossing with Cyprin, off sides as he was just a little ahead on that one.
Unable to keep his foot on as, they were crossing paths, so he kind of couldn't do that.
Yeah. It's a little tough to do on ice skates.
Yeah.
You try to not run into each other and also stay on sides at the same time.
Yeah. Tough to cross legs like that.
Lewandowski off the draw, cheating Sawicki was waiting on the boards as Boyson shots will go into the netting. A nice shot from Black. Lewandowski wins that. Sawicki set free.
Yeah. Don't know if it was on purpose or not.
I don't know if it was on purpose. I like the idea. So all by himself in that little corner over there. Cyprin off the draw. Looks down low to Edwards. Edwards shot. Popping the water bottle. Jack Edwards. Hat-trick goal, and we're all tied up at 6.
I can tell you one thing. Kreidler never saw it. Too many bodies in front. At least 3. 2 Black and 1 Teal. He could not see that shot coming and just had to react and try and just get in front of it somewhere.
Edwards doubling his season goal total in just this hockey game. He came in with 3. He's leaving with a minimum of 6. And a very important goal. from Jack Edwards. Here's Nick Sawicki. He has 2. He's looking for a hat trick, as well as number 2 for Team Black, Cohen Bell Sterling. They're both on the ice. Aaron Blair for Nick Cyprin, 2-on-1. Cyprin to Blair, up high to Boyson, and a stop from Kreidler, just under 6 to go.
I said earlier this game was going to be a game of shifts, and the game has shifted back into Teal's possession as they take the momentum at the end of this period. Hopefully for them, they can hold it to maybe get one more in this regulation.
Bell Sterling wins the draw. McDonald to Colantonio as we reach the 5.5-minute mark here. Bell Sterling splits the defense. Works this one out wide, fires one. Had Fry beat, but it'll sail over the net. McDonald settling. Black controlling the pace. And now Bell Sterling off the give from Mitchell. He'll turn back. Off the boot of Ramirez. McDonald will push it towards the benches. And now McKenzie settles for Teal. Drops it off for Dane Ramirez. Ramirez. Into the corner is Boyson. Up high for Edwards. Across. McKenzie's shot. Stuck over the net. Kreidler got a piece of it. Mitchell for McDonald. Skies it to center as a light pressure from Black with Edwards picking it up for Teal. Edwards for McKenzie. Down low to Boyson. In front for McKenzie, a loose puck. Kreidler will get down to make the stop.
This is a very important game for Teal because I believe Teal loses this week. Or no, Red loses this week. And if Teal wins, then if Black and Red lose, no matter what happens with Teal next week, they will be the 4 seed.
The tiebreaker, correct?
The tiebreaker being head-to-head, I believe.
We also could see a shootout to decide. Will Thomas Jarman coming down, glove stop from Carson Fry. Almost the commentator's jinx right there with Jarman trying to say otherwise for his squad.
I was going to bite my lip.
Luckily, Fry with the glove save to help you out for the time being, at least with your commentator's jinx. Off the boot, Ramirez coming up to George. Into the corner. They'll chase it down. Love against George. It'll kick out to Ben Kuzma. Kuzma to George, a little ahead of the pass. And now Love on his backhand. For Goldfein. Now to Jarman as they enter in. Maybe a little ahead on that one. Now across for Tyler Love. Love, Goldfein. Buys lonesome stick coming in of George. And now Teal the other way. McKenzie into the zone. McKenzie turning. Looking. Had the stick of Ramirez. Goes to the blue line. George throws it in. Down low waiting is Kuzma. Kuzma shot. Stop from Kreidler. As it was immediately whistled dead. At 2:46.
I don't know what happened there.
That was I think it was a quick whistle. Just like thinking of a stoppage, I believe. That was really fast, though.
I looked away to look at our clock to see how far off we were. Only about 30 seconds, so we're catching up.
They also started the clock late, so we were behind.
That's true.
That's not on us. Now we're back to where it should be. McDonald attempted clear. McKenzie picks it off. Going in front, tipped from Lewandowski. Kreidler makes the save. 2:38. The stop clock is going to come in handy for both sides here. Is under 3 minutes. And obviously a tie game. They'll get the benefit of the whistle to stop the clock. Mitchell sprung free. Lewandowski scores. Caden Lewandowski gives Black the lead with 2.5 to go. It's 7-6.
Teal. This is the definition of back and forth momentum. Teal gets the momentum. Now Black has it. Can Teal spring lightning in a bottle?
Kuzma sprung free and taken away by Evan Mitchell. 2:20. Down by 1 again is Teal. They've come back once from a 2-goal deficit in this hockey game. Wyatt George circles back with this one. has Whitehead. Whitehead on the one-timer off the wall. Kuzma wide open net. Kreidler again gets across to make the save with 2:05 to go. A wide open opportunity for Kuzma. Denied.
I don't know how that didn't go in. I really don't.
I can't believe the game that Jeff Kreidler is having. Win or lose, this has been a phenomenal showing. Face-off won by Bell Sterling. Attempted clear by Ford for Sawicki, excuse me, and now he'll carry in. For Lewandowski in the drop pass. Lewandowski, 4 goals in his last 2 games. 2 here tonight. Whitehead sprung on the breakaway. Whitehead. Rebound. Looking. Has Kuzma backhand wide open net again and couldn't bury. Cyprin for Whitehead, taken away by Sawicki as he'll battle down with Cyprin as they'll collide into the corner. Sawicki coming out victorious, looking up high for Bell Sterling. Sawicki still holding, and now he'll circle this one into the corner. Bell Sterling picking it up. Up high for Cole Antonio, couldn't settle, now either couldn't Whitehead, and now Bell Sterling picking it up again for Black. Down low, Sawicki looking for the tip. Into the corner, Cole Antonio is there. Wrestling away with Kuzma. Up high, Whitehead picks it off. And now Teal pulling the goaltenders. Fries out, 5-on-4, 1:04 to go. Whitehead spinning towards the net. Kick save by Kreidler with 59.6 ticks to go. Kuzma, 2 opportunities, 2 open nets. Both couldn't capitalize.
He is going to go to the bench for this 5-on-4 scenario. Boyson, Blair, Whitehead, Cyprin, and Edwards. Ramirez and McKenzie seem to be the next 2 to jump whenever needed.
Off the draw, it goes to Aaron Blair. Up high to Boyson. He was the hero last time. Rebound is loose, pushed into the corner. Edwards picks it up. 43 seconds. Edwards walks the line, throws it on net, and right there, Kreidler down to take away the rebound. 37.3.
37 to go.
Black with Bell Sterling, Jarman, Cole Antonio, and Love. A lot of defense out there. Boyson winning it forward to Blair, or Cyprin, excuse me. And now to the blue line, Blair will keep it in. Forward for Whitehead. Whitehead along the wall. We'll take this behind the net. Looking for some separation. 20 seconds. Off to Boyson. Boyson spinning away. Down for Whitehead. Up high to Blair. Blair shot through traffic. Rebound is loose. Kreidler save. 8 seconds to go. Cyprin for Boyson. Shot rebound. Whitehead couldn't corral it. 2 seconds and 1. Kreidler stops it. And a heroic game for number 30 in net as Black will take this one 7-6.
A great push there by Teal. Black able to hold off for the last minute and 30 and hold on, and they will stay in that 4th spot for, I believe, sure.
I think if we do the math correctly, this could be the playoff berth, possibly.
No. It depends on what happens with red.
Okay, so Black did their part. Teal has to come from behind again next week, and it's not going to be a very easy task. They take on Purple, who's the number 1 seed, and probably will be the number 1 seed going into next week. So a lot at stake. You wonder if a Mooney and a Pendo and a Cooley might make an appearance. But for Black, Lewandowski gets 2. Sawicki has 2. Bell Sterling has 2. The guys from Black are starting to find their rhythm. And after what was a dominant performance from Teal in the first half, they come back and get the victory. And Jeff Kreidler, a phenomenal game. Carson Fry, also a phenomenal game. A real goaltender's duel today.
Definitely for sure. Kreidler, MVP of the game, MVP of the week so far, and it hasn't even been 2 games yet.
Black victorious 7-6 over Teal. Up next, it's Purple and Green. It's going to be a fun little matchup there between the number 1 and number 2 seeds at the moment. We'll be back in about 20-ish minutes or so for Purple and Green. We'll be right back.
welcome to paradise. Today, purple versus green. For me, it's green day, and Andrew's got some playoff scenarios going on with this game.
Oh, we got a lot. It's a win. It's points. And in either, if this game goes to overtime, both teams make the playoffs. But if it doesn't, then the winner will. And the loser will depend on the next game as well. A lot of people riding on White. In fact, if White wins next game, everyone's in.
Viva la Gloria. Now, on purple, naturally got a whole lot of the Penn State roster, including 3 number 14s. One of them not actually wearing purple. As we get another adjustment real quick.
We got our roster man making changes.
Oh, yet another Penn Stater switching it up.
This will be interesting.
So, apologies if we call 4 different people Matt DeMarsico. Nothing personal.
And
It helps that Aiden Fink is literally wearing Matt DeMarsico's jersey.
Yep.
Looking to get it kicked off. Who's your favorite in this game? I got purple. I'll take a -2.5.
I mean, purple obviously coming in as the 1 seed. And green coming in without star goalie Zach Ferris, who had a 6-5 going into this game. Going to instead rock Ethan Blackburn from Duquesne Acha D1. So we don't know how he's going to look in this scenario. So I think I'm going to go purple as well.
Yep, when in doubt, go with the experience and, in my case, the nepotism. But as Slim Shady blasts through the arena and a little bit of a fake fight goes on, looks like we're just waiting for the refs to settle it down and we can start hitching a ride. Taking the face off will be the actual Matt DeMarsico as he
No, he won't.
cuts off to the side as I say it. Face off, run by purple and picked up by DeMarsico. Passes it across and goes right back to him. Cutting it through, tips it away. Green's gonna try to intercept the pass, but DeMarsico's gonna outrun him and tip it behind the net. Back out in front. It's gonna be a foot race out of the zone. Again recovered by purple. Circling it around. Slowly moving it forward. Dane Doig passes it off. Tripped entering the zone. He's looking for a call, but he's not going to get one. Green recovers it. And on the rush, it's Colby Saginaw. Passes it over. Out in front, tipped. It's still open in front of the net, goes behind. Green retains possession. And picked it up on the rebound. Quick shot bounces by the goaltender, but goes past the net. And spinning it around still is Cermak. Big hit in the corner, but big by GOAT standards. As purple finally gets it with DeMarsico.
Purple's definitely started with their aggressive, rat-like tendencies so far. A lot of hits being thrown. More hits than the whole last game combined.
You're going to kind of need to do that when you have such a limited bench compared to this purple lacrosse. As the clock, well, not the clock, but the puck will freeze with 21:30 to go.
As you said, bench is in quite a different state as purple with 6-7 on the bench compared to green's 3.
Yep. The green's just going to have to cause some misery for purple as they win the purple wins the face-off. Quick shot sniped and scored. Jack Nolan with a beautiful shot right over the shoulder of Ethan Blackburn. Makes it 1-0 purple.
And just like that, Ethan Blackburn is without a water ball as that one popped and broke. As he will now be without a water bottle as he looks for one on the bench now.
Blackburn, he's not going to be feeling good after that one. Might not want to wake up until September ends. Okay, that was a bit forced, admittedly. Green's going to win the faceoff. Tipped away, recovered, and fought back into the purple zone. Green retains possession, tips it forward. Pass is going to be just missed by Schaefer. He's going to put it into the corner. Behind the net, looks like purple's going to win it, but it tips up in the air and gets right back to Cermak. Still battling in that corner. Taken by Green, tipped out in front. Goes for the 5-hole, can't quite get it through. But they retain possession in the offensive zone until that shot gets picked off. And wide open is Ty Voigt, and he puts it through. Bit of a Kucherov towel move there to make it 2-0 purple.
Voigt making Blackburn look silly as he proves why he is an NHL prospect and Blackburn is an ACHA goalie.
Yeah, he was just having a blast by himself up there. Worst song ever made plays as Purple wins the faceoff. Thunder, Imagine Dragons. Worst song ever made. Up to Aiden Fink. Fink got drafted last year to Nashville in the 7th round. Shot by Purple is going to be picked off, and Green's going to go on the rush. Cermak loses it, and it's Fink cycling through. Tips it across, moving forward. Mario Smith over to Fink. His shot's going to go just wide, picked up behind the net by Nolan. Smith gives it across to Dom Shamizi. Out in front of Fink, the backhander is going to tip out behind. And Green's going to keep whacking at it, but Fink will get it back, tips it up, baseball shot, and it's a goal. Scored by Dom Shamizi on the baseball style.
It did not go in.
How?
Again, Blackburn got across.
I thought I saw that in the back of the net, but I guess my eyes deceived me. Couldn't see the light on that one. Green takes the face-off, looking to escape their zone. Hitting to the wall, retaining possession. Purple's going to nab it, though. Right out in front, his shot's going to be blocked. Kept in by Purple. Cycling behind the net. He looked like he was going for Michigan. Couldn't get the elevation on it. He's going to almost get pushed out of the zone until he pushes it back behind. Picked up by Smith. Smith passes it across to his partner. Cycling on the FedEx logo. Tries to step forward. Knocked out of his hands and picked up by Cermak. And Purple's going to end up regaining possession. Until Cermak pushes it again. There's Saganuk on a rush. His shot's going to go just wide. Tries to get the rebound. Couldn't get his hand on it. Was Green's puck until I was about to say it. And Purple nabs it right back up. Crossing the center line. Slow and steady as he spins around behind the net. Again, looked like he was trying to aim for a Michigan. But right out in front of that, the shot's going to go just wide. Picked up by DeMarsico. Passes across the Voigt. He's going to fall. Ice is slippery sometimes, but he gets right back up in order to try to block off this Green one-on-one. The backhand shot's going to go right into the chest of the goaltender. Green holds it in. Back out in front, loses the shot. Quick pass, picked up by Purple. DeMarsico to Voigt. Voigt passes it back. Pass across is not going to connect. It's going to hit the boards. And Voigt's going to lose it. It's a 2-on-1 account for Green. Quick shot across. Nothing happening. Rebound opportunity, though. Slow and steady and patient. And he ends up scoring it pretty easily. Beautiful shot there by Colton Mauser.
Mauser there, able to get the rebound. Nice little 2-on-1 developed into a 3-on-2, able to get the chance there and able to bury it on the second chance for sure and cutting the lead down.
Held it for a few seconds and then went bang bang right through the net. Purple with the face-off once more. Grass across is going to hit off of Schaefer. Still get carried in by Purple. Tries for the spinning pass, and Green puts it on their own net. Regains possession with Saganuk. Pressed into the back corner. Purple's been playing a lot more pressure. And it's been to their advantage so far. Quick pass across, can't connect. Tries it once more as Schaefer's going to get in the way. And they'll slow it down as they cycle it out the point. Out in front, quick pass across. Couldn't get the one-timer. And now Schaefer's going to take it on his own. On his backhand, he elevates it too much. It's going to go wide. And Purple regains it. And quick rush for Jack Nolan. He scored the first goal of the game, and now he scored the third. Well, Purple's third, fourth of the game.
As he's fighting off two Green players, still able to hold possession. Buries that one behind Blackburn. And Purple takes a 3-1 lead as we hit the 7-minute into this period.
And purple just looks like they're, well, pretty easy to say they're out skating, especially when green's kind of got to conserve some energy. If you notice off that faceoff, they didn't quite move two of their guys until right now. And purple speeding up forward. Shot off the post. It's going to end up going out of play.
Something that green has a lot of is they want to play offense and not defense. As we get another player, Hertzberg will make his way to the ice for green. But green, throughout this whole season, has played a lot of, we're going to play offense and not really care about defense, because they've had Zach Ferris been the back of the net, who's been incredible all season. Don't have him, so I think they need to change up their strategy for this game. I haven't seen them do that much.
Having Hertzberg now allows them to at least roll two full lines. Quick pass across the net. The rebound is going to be put in by Aiden Fink with the simplest of ease. Didn't really need to try too hard there, as he had the puck in front of a burnt-out goaltender. Makes it 4-1.
Unfortunate there for Blackburn as he makes a great save on the first chance, unable to get across to the rebound. And I think green needs to take a much more defensive mindset to this game.
Yep.
Maybe frustrate purple a little more in the defensive zone.
Yeah, Hertzberg helps them out a lot because now they have the ability to roll two full lines. And Hertzberg has been by far one of their best players this year as compared to last year. He stepped it up his game big time. And another guy who stepped up his game is Schaefer. He's got another breakaway, but he's ripped right away. Green's going to end up with it, though, in the back corner. Fink presses as they push it back. Going to be grabbed by Mauser out in front. Across to Cam Davis. Davis's shot in front is going to be picked up by the goaltender and frozen down.
There's a good offensive little pressure there from green. That's what they needed. They need to get more offensive pressure, get less pressure on Blackburn, give him a little more time to relax, get into this game, because he hasn't really had a chance to do so far.
Yeah, Blackburn, an unproven commodity in the GOAT League, might not be used to this 4-on-4 style, as Purple's going to press him once more. Backhand shot's going to go just wide as it tips off the pads. Purple retains possession, but it's going to go up and out of play. For green, it's a little bit of having to know your enemy. I just needed the reference there. I honestly, it sounded good. I don't know quite how to elaborate on that, but you're down 4-1, so there's some message in there. Hertzberg loses it right off the bat. Tip across, and the pass back's going to hit the wall. Hertzberg's going to lay it up for Schaefer. He's got a shot, and a beautiful one at that. Right under the glove hand, makes it 4-2. And Hertzberg's already paying dividends in his return for green.
Hertzberg getting an assist on the game already in his first shift, I believe, maybe second, but able to get a great pass up there. And then the even better pass to spring him free. Schaefer able to bury that one, and that's what I mean when they say green is better offense and saves that defense.
Yep, took a quick holiday for the first 5 minutes. He's got to make a bigger impact for the rest of this game. Roasted by Purple, that's DeMarstico. DeMarstico's quick shot's going to go nowhere. And it's going to be spun around. Tipped across into the FedEx corner. Looks like it hit off his own player. And Hertzberg's going to take it once again. He had Cam Davis, but it's going to be ripped by DeMarstico. Pass across. It was in the air, but it goes behind the net. And Hertzberg's going to try to quarterback once again as he gives it to Saganook. Saganook has Davis across, but he's going to give it backwards, and another beautiful shot right over the corner. Green makes it 3-4.
I believe that was Mauser again.
Yep, waiting to see the number, and that looks like a 5.
It is.
Colton Mauser puts up a letter bomb. Green's doing some great shots.
As definitely got hit hard after the shot. Don't know how Green doesn't have a power play after that. Maybe cancels out, but.
Well, they're on the power play with a quick shot. Goes nowhere. Hertzberg puts it up, tipped out, and he's spinning around. Man, Hertzberg, when you see him on the ice, he just flies around. He stands out compared to a lot of the other players. And there's a quick shot by Hertzberg. Off the pad, Purple's going to regain it. Thrown forward. And a couple of dangles before Green's going to knock it all the way back. Wait to see an icing call, but it's going to get waved off. Spinning around is Dowiak. In front to Bianchin. Spinning around. Ty Voigt gets it back to Dowiak. Back to Voigt in the point. He's going to take a slapper and tipped away by the glove hand. And Dowiak's going to circle it around center ice. Green's finally starting to put some of that one-on-one pressure that we saw from Purple for the first 13 minutes of this game. As Dowiak's going to dangle all the way around, goes for the backhand and hits himself into the boards pretty hard. Friendly fire between a teammate and himself. But Purple regains their possession and sides it back in. Jack Nolan spinning around off to the side before Green picks it. And they've got a 2-on-0. Schaefer, one-on-one all by himself. And it's going to bounce right off the goaltender. Purple's going to gain it right back. Dowiak loses it for a second, but he just spins around. No flash photography. Ty Voigt goes for a couple of dangles, but he's going to lose it behind the net. Picked back up by Voigt, tries to get it to Fink. There's battling with Cam Davis. Throws it forward and lands at Reese Laubach. So Green gets it back, another quick shot off the chest of the goaltender. Lost the puck for a second, but Aiden Fink is carrying it forward now. Through the side, he's going to try to get it between the legs of the defender, but it's not going to quite work. Quick pass in front, goes right back to Green. Pushing forward is Schaefer, another beautiful shot. They're thinking that just those quick speed shots are going to work after those last 3 goals.
It's worked so far.
Yep, Dom Shimizu, though, he scored today. And Fink goes for the rebound. Saved into the glove. Another shot for Green. Carried forward. Looked like he was trying to get it to Hertzberg across the net, but it couldn't get it past the hands of Dowiak. Up to Fink. Fink's shot beat the goaltender, but goes out of play. 7:35 to go as we stop play.
Green has done a good job of letting Blackburn settle back into this game. He had, the quick start that he wasn't expecting, giving up 4 goals early, but he's gotten his way, he's gotten his composure, and he's looking better.
Yep. Shot's going to be tipped by Hertzberg. Cam Davis throws it ahead, looking for Saganuk. And across to Mauser. Loses it into the zone. Purple's going to pass across and intercepted by Mauser. He's going to take another quick shot. Rebounds it in. And we're tied up at 4.
Hat-trick goal for Colton Mauser, and they tie this game up at 4 with 6:45 to go. Green has definitely gotten their way back into this game through their offense.
Purple had it at first, but then this whole game just got scattered on its head, seemingly when Hertzberg joined back, even though he was only a part of one of these goals. And there's a rip shot. Oh, he scored that.
Unfortunate bounce there for Blackburn. Was not expecting that one to go low. Gets tipped by his own defender and just skates right along the ice. Was not expecting it.
Yeah, it looked like that shot was going to go flying into the atmosphere, but that tip just put it in, and Purple is going to take the lead once again. Laubach's going to take a quick shot. That one's not going to get through. DeMarsico, sorry. As it's Mario Smith looks to try to pass out in front, but the goalie's going to stop it by himself.
Quick whistle there. Was not covered.
And we'll go to a face-off with 5:40 to go. DeMarsico loses it. Green's going to try to tip it, but he'll gain it back. DeMarsico pushed back out of the zone. Mario Smith tries to leave it back. Green's going to tip it into the air. No possession gain until Cam Davis gets it. And another shot. That time, Milan Cermak not able to do much. Battling forward for Purple. quick pass across into Marsico is going to launch it in. Beautiful one-timer and some extracurricular activities.
DiMarcico scores again. His second straight goal is a lot of, don't know what's happening here. It seems to happen a lot when purple plays. But
A little bit of that Christian's Inferno type play.
purple's bench got a talking to. I don't know if green's did, but purple's bench definitely got talked to after that one.
Hey, especially when you're winning, no need to be a chump. Green enters the zone, goes behind the net. Cam Davis with the backhander goes wide. Spins it backwards. And it's going to go over. Purple exiting the zone. Led by Cunyon. He's a name we haven't called much today, but Schaefer's going to rip the puck right out of him. And hand it forward to Cermak. Oops, sorry, not Cermak. That was Mauser. And his second shot's going to get blocked too. And stoppage for some reason.
We will have a penalty. It will be a slash for sure. I think they're calling a penalty shot.
Oh. Unexpected. So Colton Mauser will have his shot one-on-one. Gets the long view of the goaltender. No one able to stop him. And forehand. Tries to go to the backhand, but he will lose it. And the shot will go for nothing. And we'll prepare to restart play with just about 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Green has done a good job of getting purple angry, I believe, despite the fact that they're winning. So they're taking these penalties, and I feel like Davis is the one that you want to keep an eye on to make sure he doesn't do something stupid in retaliation.
Dowiak cherry picked off of the faceoff, but gets chip blocked down by Colton Mauser, and Green's going to take another rush. Stolen again. That'll get tipped forward to Lawback. His shot's going to attempt to be tipped, but nothing comes of it. Grabbed again by Lawback. Dowiak. Spins behind the goaltender. He had some space, but it looked like he might have lost the puck for a second as he waits and finds Voigt. Voigt goes back behind the net before giving it back to Dowiak. His shot's going to go wide, spinning around. And Lawback's not going to be able to get it until it goes all the way into purple zone. 1:50 left in the half. Green makes a change. Pass out in front. They find Fink. Fink to Voigt. Tried to get it to Dowiak, but he couldn't. Behind the net, back to Fink. He's going to take his time. 1:35 to go. Tips it back behind the net. Lawback's going to wait with it and lose it, before making Fink chase it. Fink spins around and gives it up to Schaefer. Schaefer and Hertzberg, 2-on-2 for Green. He gets past Fink over to Hertzberg, but he can't connect. Schaefer behind the net, shot, saved, goes back around, and picked away by Mario Smith. Hertzberg's gonna get it out though, in the air off of Schaefer, and just grabbed back by Voigt. Voigt's gonna toss it up to Fink. Fink waiting for his man across, and he's got him. Quick one time makes it 7-4. Dom Shamizi gets another one off of a beautiful one-timer. A beautiful touch into the one-timer by Aiden Fink. That's the hat trick. I read the wrong numbers, never mind.
That is his first. Nolan has 2, number 6.
I looked at the wrong paper, I saw 3 5s. But shout out to Colton Mauser on the hat trick. 12 seconds to go. Fink's gonna try to rush it, gives it off to Saginaw. Saginaw shot's going to go behind the net. 3 seconds to go. And it looks like that will be the end of the first half. Well, it's been a game of runs so far. We saw Purple lead the game, looking like they were going to dominate. Then Green ended up taking it over, got them riled up, and tied up the game. But then Purple just got their momentum right back on.
Yeah, that definitely game of runs. Purple with the last run. Maybe we could see Green hit a big run to start this second half.
We'll see you for that second half in just about 1:45. Well, welcome back for the second half. Bit of a clock jump as they started up right now. And our discussion over the break was, do we think we see a fight in this game with some of the chippiness that we've seen?
I mean, I don't think so. I think everyone's going to rile down a little bit, but you never know.
Yeah, if you fight in a 4v4 league like this, you're just saying, look, Ma, no brains. But Cam Davis got some brains on that breakaway, and it tips it right past the goaltender. 5-7.
As he's able to get his own rebound.
Yeah, we mentioned the game of runs. Looks like we might see one for Green.
Davis comes out strong with that one. Able to get his own rebound, bury it through Hale. I don't think we mentioned Hale's name once. That's how much Purple has kind of been running the game offensively.
As they have another offensive rush going behind the net. Tipped out in front. DeMarsico's shot's going to get blocked. Davis and Hertzberg are going to try to battle it out of the zone. Unsuccessfully, Purple retains possession. Spins ahead, another one-timer for Dowiak. And they're going to still keep it in. Green and Hertzberg finally get it out. Rushing forward, he tries to pass it across. But it's back to Purple. Kenyon gives it across. Nothing comes of it. Behind the net, tries to go back to Kenyon. And across to DeMarsico. Goes in front. They're battling the goaltender, and they will put it in. Scoring like it's 1981. 8-5 Purple.
Do believe that'll be Colby Inchin. He will get his third of the season.
Just pushed it right in. A little bit of scrappiness to get that one in, but nice guys finish last. Purple wins the faceoff once more. Quickly entering the zone is Nolan. Going up to behind the net with a pass and a quick shot. Scored once again by Bianchin. That time just a beautiful one-timer.
Doubling his goals on the season in about 3 seconds. As he had 2 all season so far. He gets 2 here in the past 3 seconds. As he's got it again.
A lot can be done in 3 seconds. And speaking of which, they almost got another one right there. But Green will get it away. Saginaw looking impatient. He tips it across to Mauser. The backhander goes in. Sorry, Mac, sorry.
Mylan Cermak missed on the first one, hit the post. It goes back off of Hale skating in as they cut the lead back down to 3.
Oh, Wales' score is now 6-9. Billy, I know what you're thinking at home. Green's got it back. Running forward, Saganuk waiting for his man. Tips it across. The one-timer is going to go just high. Purple in the air almost put it into their own net. And rushing it forward is Nolan. Frozen as Nolan sped too fast to be able to keep it.
So we hit 19:30. Clock stopped currently. Now it's continued again. Green looking to make a big comeback. 4-goal deficit at the time of the comeback needed. Now it's a 3-goal deficit.
Sometimes you got to call yourself out. I did not realize there was 2 DeMarsicos. I was getting very confused seeing 12 out there. Sounds like the goalie just yelled no way at me. I'm assuming that was for me.
Oh, yeah.
When in doubt, the world revolves around me. Might be a bit of a basket case, but
I don't know what happened.
I guess icing.
Our cameraman does not know what happened either, so.
But Green's going to win it and take it right back into that opposite zone. But very quickly stolen by Dowiak. Dowiak gives it to Nolan. Fink ends up with it after a quick battle. Spins around, tosses it to the corner. Back to Fink behind the net. Tries to take a very bad angled shot. And Green's going to get it back. Fighting is Nolan. Fink's going to tip it into the corner. And picked up. Looked like their goalie was going to stop play, but he didn't hold on to it long enough somehow. And a nice cherry pick by Green, but the shot's just going to go off the pad. Picked back up by Lawback. Quickly stolen by Mauser, and they're going to battle for it. Or Mauser's going to try to get it to Davis. And nabbed by the goaltender, Hale. Quick through, up to Fink. He's on his own. Aiden Fink on his own is dangerous, but he's even more dangerous with Ty Nolan behind him to grab the rebound. Makes it 6-10. Sorry, that was Shimizi there.
Dom Shimizi gets it again. You keep mixing those up, those 5s and 6s.
That's the issue with a legally blind broadcaster. Especially in a league where 4 guys wearing the same number. Passed across the Voigt. Spins it around and has it stolen by Green, but gets it right back, keeping it behind the net. Here's Shimizi. Shimizi tries to pass it across, but there's nobody waiting for him. He looked like he was legally blind for a second. As Schaefer's going to run it forward. Schaefer gives it back. Tries to make some dangles, but can't hold on to it. And Voigt's going to take it into the offensive zone. Has Dowiak. Dowiak takes a quick shot over the shoulder, but just off the side of the net. And now Green's got a 3-on-2. Hertzberg tries to give it back to Schaefer, but Voigt's going to get in the way to disrupt it. And now wide open. Here's Matt DeMarsico. His backhander is going to get blocked. But now he's got Voigt there with him. He's trying to find him somehow, but it's going to get grabbed by the goaltender. Blackburn's given up 10 goals, but he's still settled down nicely compared to the opening pace.
Yeah, he's definitely been able to adjust well during this second half and halfway through the first half for sure.
Voigt pass out in front, poke checked away by Blackburn, open net. He's going to dive. I don't know what just happened there, but they blew the horn before anything.
Something happened in front of us. Ref looked like he was going for going to grab a puck from the box keepers. Must have dropped it, went on the ice, and blew the horn because of it.
We'll get the scoreboard guys to start coming clean soon. Hertzberg goes for a quick pass out in front, but Ty Voigt's there to steal it. Flips it forward to DeMarsico. DeMarsico is going to be patient with it. Takes it all the way across the net and throws it all the way the other way. Makes it 11-6 Purple.
And that will be DeMarsico's hat trick. He will get his third of the game to make it 11-6. As Purple's pulling away with this one now, Green seems to be out of gas.
Looking like it's their last night on Earth. Again, winner of this game makes it to the playoffs, guaranteed. Or both in the case of a tie. Which Green is trying to get closer to, but it's going to go right off the post. Purple's on a rush. DeMarsico still out there. Tries to find Voigt. Am I wrong in saying that this group for Purple has been out for a pretty long time?
It definitely seems like it.
I feel like I'm saying Voigt and DeMarsico repeatedly. And speaking of DeMarsico, there's the other one, but he will lose it back to Green. DeMarsico tries to steal it, but it's going to go forward for Green with Beck McLean. His shot's going to get frozen. 14-10 to go in the game, 11-6 Purple. Again, an offensive face-off, and DeMarsico's staying out there. Tick Brass in front. Cam Davis can't corral it. And it's 2-0, 3-0 even for Purple. As the shot by Mike DeMarsico gets blocked off. And now Green's got their own rush. Saganook's shot goes around. And picked up by Matt DeMarsico once more. Gives it off for Mike DeMarsico. Back to Matt. He one-times it in. Beautiful shot. Nowhere to go for Ethan Blackburn. Looks like a bit of an American idiot, just not knowing where to go.
Seems the refs may have given up just as much as Green has, as about 2 steps off sides there was Purple. Not called, and a goal in result.
Green hoping the rest could be their saviors, but being anything but. Purple's on the rush once again. Laback keeps it for himself all the way around the net. Spinning through, looking to find a man, but he spins on the backhand and gives it up. Leaving in a quick one-time shot. It's going to be saved and frozen by Blackburn. 12:26 to go. 12-6 the score. That was completely unintentional, but it worked out pretty well. And now they're playing. Never mind, I got the song messed up. That was going to be a Penn State reference, but. Green. Loses it back to Purple again. Fighting for it is Cunyon. For the captain, we haven't said his name much today. Second in the team in goals behind Swankler, who I don't believe is here. Fighting for it forward. It's going to be tipped off of Green. Had a chance for a rush, but they're going to spin around and cycle it backwards instead. Launches it up. Neither of their guys were looking for it there. And I think I see what you're saying with Green kind of mentally giving it up. But in any case, they had a 2-on-1. Couldn't do anything with it. Going back forward is Cunyon. Purple spins around the net, loses it. Keeps it cycling, goes out in front for Fink. Still battling and ends up behind the net and stolen out by Green. Fink gets it back up for Laback. Laback's going to lose it for Hertzberg. And it's going to be a quick rush attempt for Quentin Schaefer, but the goalie's going to come up, spin around, and somehow avoid dodge there. Tristan Jari takes some lessons. Aiden Fink's backhand shot. There's my one per week. And Schaefer was going to try again, but doesn't even get the pass. And Fink's going to have another opportunity, 3-on-2. Takes his time and hits it across, a one-timer by Reese Laback. It's 13-6. When it rains, it pours. And Green's just getting ready to say goodbye to Purple in this game. Oh, Purple's getting ready to say goodbye to Green. Jeez.
Yeah, Green is, they're out of gas, or they've given up. I feel like they're looking forward to next week in a much more impactful game for them. I mean, this game was impactful. You can make playoffs, but next week is a very important game for seeding.
Yeah, Green for the last 5 minutes looked like they've just been skating around the boulevard of broken dreams. As another backhand opportunity is going to tip away. One guy who hasn't slowed down there was Hertzberg. He never does. Speeds right through. On his backhand, he tries to Ovechkin it, but he's going to knock the net out of place. And Purple's going to get a rush as the ref stops to fix that goal. And it's 3-on-2 for Green. Purple, sorry. Cam Davis now on the rush. The net is barely back on. Nothing comes of it though. Davis loses possession and takes a shot wide. Hertzberg and Fink battle for it. And Green's got an offensive chance. Cam Davis once again lifts it to the glove hand. And a couple of great saves there by Hale. Back over. Once again saved back behind the net. Hertzberg goes out in front for Davis. Puck's going all over the place in the air. Green maintains their possession. Seems like this is their longest maintained possession of the half. Hertzberg's shot's going to get tipped and go back behind. Tipped out in the front. Held on to by McLean. Still in the zone. Mauser's looking for it. He gets hit and falls over. Cam Davis is going to let it up. Green, even with his offensive zone opportunity, they aren't being too aggressive, and now it's going to lead for a 4-on-0 for Purple. But they can't corral the puck in time to make much happen with it. Their passer froths to Fink. Couple of rebounds. It's going to end up in the net. I believe that was Ty Voigt who ended up getting the last touch. Makes it 14-6. And Green looking like Oscar the Grouch. All of them collectively. Never seen the air sucked out of a building with like 12 fans so badly. Circling is Saganuk. He's going to toss it forward. Kicks it ahead looking for Davis. He cuts it around the edge. And Purple's got another big-time rush. Quick shot. Rebound's going to be nabbed by Green. 7:23 to go. And Green tried to get it to Saganuk for a one-timer. Couldn't do it. Over. His shot's going to go far. Right through the net. Sorry, through the legs of a couple guys on the way to the net. And it's going to be another rush for Purple. Dowiak cycles through, gives it up for DeMarsico. Back to the other DeMarsico. His shot's going to go off the helmet. Green regains possession. Slow and steady as he tips it forward. Mauser is going to lose it after the battle. And DeMarsico is going to go forward once more. Tries to lose it for Dowiak. Bounces off and ends up getting to him. It's a battle in the corner. Dowiak survives, gets out in front. Quick pass to DeMarsico, and another great one-timer makes it 15-6. The floodgates officially opened.
At what point is it overkill?
Yeah, I know we stop the clock if it's a close game. Can we start like running the clock faster?
We run it at 2 times speed.
Mercy roll. You know it's bad when they're playing Baby Shark after a goal. Off the post. Green can't get any luck in the second half. Good thing we took the over. Out in front, another quick shot. Blackburn's going to save it. You got to think, when Zach Ferris comes back, he's going to be getting a lot of hugs.
Ferris has been dominant for this Green team. Some of the reasons why they're currently in second place. Not going to be in second place after today, but a dominant goalie he is. Who knows what could have been different if he was in net tonight.
Dowiak fighting around the purgatory sign. Throws it across. Finds DeMarsico looking for his, he's at 5, right?
He'd be going for 6.
Double hat trick. Now, if he gets a double hat trick, I might have to throw mine. And right down in front, well, there is DeMarsico, but the other DeMarsico, Mike DeMarsico, puts his stamp, makes it 16-6, extends the lead to 10. Only needs 4 more. Is this looking to be the widest margin of victory in a GOAT League game that we've seen?
I believe so.
Especially with the last few weeks, it seems like every game up until this point had been pretty close, at least into the last 3 minutes. Haven't even reached the last 3 minutes. We still have 4 as Cunyon runs into his own guy after trying to take a one-time shot. Hertzberg's still battling for it. Throws it across, another one-time opportunity. That time gonna hit the net with his stick, not the puck. And Green's got a rush until it gets tipped away by Purple. Everything's going in favor of the Grimaces. But now Schaefer's going to take it by himself. One-on-one as he tries to cut through. Can't succeed. Battling for it. As Purple's going to regain once more. Slowly skating by. It seems like both teams are just kind of skating around for these last 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Hertzberg drives, fighting for it. That's Lawback, gives it up to Fink. Fink enters the zone. Cross. This shot's going to be saved. Casts it over, and a quick save. Green's going to try to get a rush. Cam Davis leading it, gets it stolen, but gets it right back. Davis, Hertzberg. Spinning around the net. Stolen away by Purple once more. 2 minutes to extend this lead. He's got Fink. Fink saves it for the one-timer, puts it back off and bounces it off the goaltender. And grabbed back by Green. Beck McLean as the goaltender comes out. Bit overkill, especially with this scoreboard, but might as well protect the goals against average. 1:58 to go. Shots it ahead. There's Fink. Fink spins through. Wide open with the goaltender. That one's going to get bounced off the crossbar. Green throws it ahead. Pass blocked. 1:30 to go. Pass across. Fink gives it back to Cunyon. Still doesn't go. Another quick one-timer. Ends up back behind the net. And it's Green's puck. Slow and steady 2-on-1 as we crossed 1 minute to go. Saved by the goaltender. He's going to let it go. Gets it stolen back and it scores. Green gets a cheeky one with less than a minute to go. Cuts the lead to 9. What's that basketball meme? A great shot to cut the lead to 42. Oh, clock obviously does not stop, but Green gets another rush. Why is the net empty? It's 8-16 with the empty net goal there. Okay then. 23 seconds to go. And now Purple's got another rush. Ty Boyd's going to take a shot. Picking up the pace for these last 30 seconds we see. Purple got a couple guys waiting for a one-timer. They're going to lose it. It's going to bounce off. And it's going to be a foot race for these. And with 6 seconds to go, that looks to be the end of it. Pass ahead to Voigt. 1 to go. He's going to pass it across for one more shot. And so ends a very large margin of victory. Purple just obliterates green 16-8. Two of those don't really count, let's be real. Two bona fide empty net goals because they both the goalie when they're up 9. Andrew, any thoughts to add?
This is a different game if Zach Ferris is here.
Oh, completely. Ethan Blackburn, welcome to the GOAT League. We'll see you eventually, I guess.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Purple clinches their playoff spot in absolutely dominant fashion. We got one more for you tonight, so we'll see you back here in a few minutes.
Welcome back for game number 3. It is red, it is white, it's Andrew Keel alongside me, Caden McCrory, as we get ready for a better game than what we just saw.
Yeah, an onslaught is the only word I could say about the last game, but purple's in the playoffs. Green is patiently waiting on the outcome of this game. Is if white comes away with one singular point, them and green will earn a spot in the postseason. If red wins, and they need to win to stay alive, everyone gets shuffled around a little bit. But if it goes to OT, white and green, they're in.
1 point, green, white. 1 point for white, green, and white are in. A regulation win, and we're set. It's
Yep.
green, white, and black.
That's it. It's the 4.
Teal, they need to win 2 games, and they need white to lose both their games, and they need to win next week. Red just needs to win 2, and they're in.
It's a tall task ahead for both of these clubs, because you know Red's not going to go away easy. They have a Christian Humphreys. They have a J.C. Humphreys. They have a Will Tomko. They have talent up and down this lineup. It's just been unfortunate break after unfortunate break for this Red team, and they're just stuck in this position. They were last year's champions, and now on the verge of elimination. As for White, they're without Brandon Sabota again, but they've had guys like Sean O'Donnell who've really come in clutch, their captain. They've had Adam Maller's reappearance. Shane Kozlina has been an emerging star for this team. Nikita Volsky has done his job in net. And it's been a really solid squad to the right of us here for Team White. And they're in a very good spot here. A chance to make the postseason. And it's going to be really exciting to see here, Andrew, because I think this White squad is, I think, the most underrated team in GOAT right now.
Red doing a little huddle there. Probably got Humphreys in the middle being like, hey, this game is for everything. We lose, we're out.
I mean, the toilet bowl is still at stake here, gentlemen, of
Oh,
course.
oh
but
yes.
there's still a lot of high reward in winning the toilet bowl. But, of course, you want to get to the Cranberry Cup Finals, right?
Of course.
They won it once. Why not go for the repeat?
And they won as a underdog, so
Mhm.
let's see if they can do it again, as they're going to win the draw off the bat. Trevino will be the first one to pick it up in their own zone. Humphreys will pick it up, skate across the middle. He will dump it in. Looks like Red's going for a dump and chase game early. Weber will turn it over to Humphreys. Coming out as Volsky. Humphreys will pick up the rebound. Unable to get the shot on. Humphreys switching places. Shot in, turned over. Ribstein, who'll move it up to Kozlina. Kozlina back to Ribstein, just too far out of his reach. Ribstein will try and send it back in front. Fighting for it is Stern. He'll give it back. Kozlina along the wall. Mixed match with Stern. Stern holds. Behind the net in front. Shot, and he scores. Sean O'Donnell, his 6th of the season, and it's 1-0 White.
Who else but the captain to get things going for White? Really good play down low. And that line, Kozlina, Ribstein, O'Donnell, just moved that puck really well around the zone. And a good finish. There's not much that Ethan Blackburn could do there. Playing in his 2nd straight game, Red's going to have to get him a lot of time in the offensive zone for Blackburn, even just to catch his breath a little bit here.
Yeah, after playing that last game for Green, has to come back and play this game for Red. Not the situation you want to be in. White moving in, it's Mahler. Mahler's going to send it back to the point. Williams shot. Corralled there by Blackburn.
I like this setup here from Team White. Man in front of the net. They use a big body in Maller, along with Carone down low, who's really good with his hand-eye. We've seen him do an out-of-the-air goal this season. He's really good in front of the net. And White, they're a very tactical team. And they're going to win this hockey game based off that ideology.
Carone in the corner, turns it over. Schaaf moves it up. Tomko with Ackland all over him. 2 bodies all over him. Still with it, though. Tries to move it up. Malbouf unable to corral it, though, as White moving back in, and Tomko intercepts that pass. Tomko behind his own net. He has an outlet pass, and he will hit him. Offside called for, as that one was closer than some last game.
Yeah, that was really close. Ian Norkovic's walking the fine line of off and on sides. But this one will head all the way down. But a really good look down by Team Red here and Will Tomko to find the open man, Norkovic's, stretching his way open.
Norkovicic will take the draw in the offensive zone. Wins it back to Malbouf. He will move it up, passes it down to Tomko. Tomko moving in 4-on-1 across. One more to Tomko in front. No one stick there to bury it. Schaaf moving the line. Send it down to Norkovic. Goes all the way around. Tomko will be the first one to it. He'll go back to Malbouf. Down to the slot, just wide. Schaaf into the slot. Shot. Tomko goes wide. Schaaf holding. Tries to send it for Tomko. Instead, we'll just dump it into the corner. Tomko will intercept in front and scores. AJ Schaaf ties it, and it's 1-1.
Man, what a look. Tomko to shot from front and going underneath the bar. 1-1. And when they have Tomko in the lineup, he really is a game changer. He is just so dynamic with his playmaking. And even a guy like AJ Schaaf, who's only played half the games, prolific goal scorer. Really good job there for Red.
Tomko leading the league in goals with 9. I mean, I don't know if that's still the same after that purple game. Shot there, and that one's going to go in for White. It'll be Sean O'Donnell again as that pass just squirted out in front.
Bad rebound. O'Donnell all over it. He's not going to make that mistake. What a captain for White. Really coming on to his own this season. Has become a really great two-way player.
Red looking to bounce back again. Trevino will hit O'Brien. Will O'Brien moving in. Shot just goes wide. A lot of bodies fighting for it. It'll come out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell will dump it in. Trevino will chase as well as O'Brien. In front. Save there by Blackburn. Moving up is Red. It'll make it all the way up. Mahoney will miss it, and it'll go all the way down. Kozlina fighting with O'Brien. Kozlina will come away with it. He'll pass this one up to Stern. Stern one more time. Shot. Glove save. And then dropped. Covered again, though.
Red, we saw him last week, a little slow to get things going. But once they have the open ice to work with, a guy like Tomko, a guy like Humphreys, when they're one-on-one with the goaltender, that's where they've scored most of their goals. So it's going to be that stretch pass again. Because most of the time, White's going to give you that space.
And the space on that shot, great save by Blackburn there. Ripstein, I don't know what Red was thinking. Humphreys went all the way to the wall, laid Ripstein wide open in the slot.
Is a move where, obviously JC wins the draw, Christian springs free on the breakaway. At that point, probably play a little closer in front in case they do win the draw.
Ripstein again, though, will not take the shot. Will go back to the point. Poked away there by Christian Humphreys, and now he's gone. No one chasing him, skating backwards. Back to the forehand. Save made. Little too much showboating there from Humphreys.
Good opportunity. Volsky better stop, though.
Kozlina carries. Intercepted by Humphreys, and now we've got a 2-1-0 for Red. Christian across. Unable to get there was JC. JC Humphreys back to Christian. Moving in. Where's the puck? It is under Volsky, I believe. Yes.
I'm not sure how Volsky held onto that puck under his pad. Christian had near daylight to shoot that, and somehow Volsky getting a piece of it. Phenomenal stop for number 30 in White.
White will win the draw back. Williams will hold. He will dump it down in 3-on-1 for White. Moving in. Mahler. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Tried to go for the wraparound. Great play there by Malbouf. Ripstein will send that one back. Mahler. Goes to the slot. Ripstein going for the chase. Who will get it? It will be White. Carone. Down. Pass in front. Goes wide. Humphreys now. He's going to get on his horse. He's got a chase. Has one on his tail. Goes for the backhand. Goes wide. Taken down on the play as the rebound and whistle blown for.
Not sure if they're going to get Mahler or not for the trip. I think regardless, I think it was just going to give time for Christian Humphreys to get off the ice if he elected to. But that's the only reason I could think of them stopping the puck here, and that's what O'Donnell is asking for on the bench for his squad.
Looks like Ripstein's going to the box.
They might have got the wrong, unless we saw something else in the corner. Where Ripstein will sit, and Red's power play will get the work. And this is a very dangerous unit. We've got Schaaf, Tomko, Humphreys, and Trevino. Trevino is your lone defensive guy. We know how good he is. But you have these three threats up front, it's really dangerous, and White's going to have to be really careful for that next minute.
No power play goals yet for Red. White with 4 on the season, so they're really good on the power play. Don't let them get hot. Red has yet to score a power play goal. Trevino will move it across the line, across to Humphreys. Humphreys waits on the dot. Back to Trevino. Trevino switches with Tomko. He'll move in back to Tomko. Shot, and he's going to pick a corner. Will Tomko, and this game's tied 2-2.
So I said don't let these guys get hot. Tomko, patient off the feet of Trevino and right over the shoulder of Volsky. Didn't have a chance on that one. That's double digits for Tomko.
10 on the season. Don't know what we got
I know
Dim Marsico at as
yeah.
he scored, I believe, 5 that game.
Swinkler had 9 coming into today. He obviously did not play. I don't know what Mike was obviously at, or Matt, but I'm assuming Tomko now has full possession of that title. Safe assumption.
Moving up his red again, Tomko holding, and he will lose it. White's pass there, a little out of reach was from the pass with Stern, as now Trevino will hold. He will pass it up to Humphreys. Humphreys barely staying on side. Waits for reinforcements. Spins away, sends it across to Trevino. Still on the power play. Tomko goes for the Michigan, and he's going to score one. Had him going high and goes low instead. And Will Tomko scores the Michigan.
He is insane with the puck on his stick. I think he fooled everybody with where he wanted to go with that. Even Volsky. And now 2 power play goals from number 7 Red. And they had the lead. Tomko's a game changer.
Catching White in a change. Here comes Humphreys. Power play is expired as he's going to lay that one down. Volsky's going to sit on it. What a save.
That's another incredible stop from Volsky against Humphreys. He really has his number today. Humphreys has beat him 2 out of 2 times, and Volsky somehow makes a save on both of them. Incredible.
Red no longer on the power play. Still with possession, though. As I say that, turned it over to Ribstein. Ribstein moving in 2-on-2 for White. Kozlina tries to leave it for Stern just out of reach. Ribstein in a foot race will get there. Leaves it for Stern. Intercepted there, though, by Red. Schaff will try to go all the way to Humphreys, just poked wide. Tomko will be the first one to it, though, as he'll give it back to Humphreys. Humphreys dangles. Moving in. Bad angle in front to Tomko. Tomko's shot. Second shot off the post. Tomko holding along the boards. Moves towards the slot. Intercepted and turned over. Here comes Kozlina. Malbouf back for Red. Kozlina over to Ribstein. Ribstein's shot save made there by Blackburn. And here comes Red. Moving in is Weber. Weber in. Shot. And he's going to score. Brandon Weber extends the lead. It's 4-2 Red.
He's been a sneaky good ad as well as Brandon Weber. That's 7 on the season for him. And just, he's a guy that comes down from the defensive position and gets really good offensive breaks and finds the back of the net on that one. Really good stuff here from Brandon Weber this season.
His 7th of the season as a defenseman. Here comes this one passed up to Weber. He's got space. Gets around one, has one on him. Weber loses that one, though, and here comes White on a breakaway. O'Donnell moving in. Save made by Blackburn. The clear attempt fails as Red. Trevino will move it up, and now a 2-on-1. O'Brien moving in, passes across. Not able to get across. It's tipped, and another attempt intercepted. Here comes White. It's O'Donnell once again. Has Trevino. The defense wins that matchup. Back to the point, though. Shot, and he scores. That will be Shane Kozlina from the point, and it's now 4-3.
You just kind of have a feel this game's going to be back and forth. Lopsided one and lopsided the other, and back and forth, back and forth. And you start to see now White's starting to pick it up again after that power play goals from Tomko. They're really good in comebacks. Really good in the power play as well.
Humphreys to O'Brien. O'Brien's going to try and dump it in. Turned over, and here comes White. 3-on-2 developing. Kozlina leaves it. Mahler. Back to the point. O'Donnell. Down to Carone. Just poked off the wrong player of his skate. And here comes Red. Norkovikics. Leaves it. Shot goes wide by Mahoney. Red now 2-on-1. Carone passes this one back. Kozlina's shot goes high and wide. Mahoney is going to get this one all the way up to Will O'Brien. Will O'Brien across. Norkovic's shot save there and will be played. Kozlina will pick it up from Volsky. Moving in is White. At the circle, shot save made. Rebound! What a play there by Blackburn to reach around and swack that one out. White with all the pressure now. That one will be covered and a stoppage of play.
I'm not sure how Blackburn kept that one out, Andrew. That was incredible. Really good work to just throw the stick behind and knock that one out to keep this a one-score game. White's really putting it on, though. They know what they have to do. A win, and they're in the playoffs. It's that simple.
And now Red with a nice passing play just out of reach, though, as we will have no icing. Surprised they called that one off. Intercepted in front. It's J.C. Humphreys off the missed call, and it's back to a 2-goal game.
Yeah, I think White's asking for forgiveness on that one. What did we do to deserve it? And J.C. Humphreys makes him pay. 7 goals. 5 goals, excuse me. Looking at the wrong Humphreys. Regardless, the Humphreys can score.
Yes, they can. I want to know why that was not called icing, why it was called off. It looked like it was called off from the high ref, not the low ref. So maybe thought he was going to beat it.
That's the only safe assumption, I think, here, Andrew.
Humphreys tried to get around Ackland, intercepted, but turned over. And now here comes J.C. Humphreys yet again as he gets hooked. No call. He will hold. Sends it behind the net. Down to the slot. Shot save made. Rebound is covered by Volsky.
Yeah, definitely, I guess the makeup call from the no icing is the no hooking call. Because I think regardless, Humphreys doesn't get hooked. That's probably in the back of the net. So that's your trade-off, I guess, right there.
Yeah, definitely. If that is called, that is a much, it's a smart penalty.
Yeah, it really is.
That one goes back to the point to Humphreys. Humphreys will hold, showing off the edges. Down below the circle, will make his way back above the circle now. Send it down. Shot goes high and wide there from Schaff. That one went out of the ring.
Did that thing even land? I don't know where that went. Like it went into the netting, and then I just never heard the plunk of it coming back down.
I never did either. Could have got stuck in the netting. I do believe I see it under the 91 banner. The blue.
Oh, there it is. I did see that.
Yeah, under the blue Bayard, under the 91.
That's going to be fun to try to get down.
If anyone does try and get it down. May just be there next week when we're here.
Yeah, that's the souvenir of the GOAT 44 League in Year 3. It's just a puck that stays there forever.
Stern will hold. He will move his way up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets around Malbouf, pushing in. Great play there by Blackburn to push that one behind the net. Sent in front to Ribstein, turned over, and here comes Humphreys. 4-on-2 for Red developing. Humphreys waits, fires the pass, and Tomko had a shot, decided to go for the pass again, and now White's coming back. But a great play there by Malbouf defensively. Moving in is Weber. Weber in front, shot there, just barely goes wide from Humphreys. Humphreys going to hold, moves into the slot. Tries to go to Tomko, but it's intercepted by Stern. Stern takes down Tomko, and now he's got a 2-on-0. Stern in, save made there by Blackburn. Ribstein picks up the rebound. He'll move his way to the slot. Shot, save there. Rebound in front. Wraparound, poked away by Malbouf. Great play there. Without a stick is Blackburn. Ribstein to the point. Moves it over. Pass in front. Humphreys with a great pass block there. As now Humphreys going to clear it. Ref's going to help Blackburn get his stick. Humphreys in. Toe drag loses it. Mahler just has Trevino to beat. Will try and tuck it. Can't get the second attempt. White now with some momentum. Shot from the point goes wide. Kozlina will pick it up. Poked away there by Weber, and here comes Will Tomko. Who else? Moving in. Poked away there by Nikita Volsky. Trevino with a great pass break on the chance at the breakaway, and now here comes Red. Moving in is Tomko again. Great defensive play there to stop the breakaway. Volsky with another stick to stop Tomko.
And Sean O'Donnell on full display again. We talked about the two-way game earlier. Prevents a goal here from Tomko.
Too many men for red, not called. White tried to call it out. Did not go their way, though. Here comes White. Kozlina will hold it in front of his own zone. He will move it all the way forward to the blue line. Come in, shot by Carone, goes off the bar. And all the way down into the defensive zone where Kozlina will pick it up behind his own net from a shot in his own zone.
That thing just had some absolute distance on it to go all the way back. The recoil is insane on that one.
Carone moving in, gets around Trevino. He will try and send it in front. Bounces off 3 bodies in front, and now Red will carry its J.C. Humphreys up to Mahoney. Mahoney dangles around one, poked away by Volsky. He gets around. Great save there by Volsky. Oh, Ackland moving in. Ackland across, and that one's going to go in. It's Carter Williams, and it's 5-4.
Missed the pass completely and just hits off the equipment and into the net. For Carter Williams, I think you should play the lottery. I know you're probably not old enough, but still, that is an insane bounce that goes White's way, and now it's a 1-goal game.
Out of a lot of bounces that just happened, White gets the final one. Pass there, shot there, blocked there by Mahoney. Malbouf, my mistake, has done great defensively for this Red team so far.
There's a reason why he's playing in the USHL, one of the top junior leagues.
Tipped by Malbouf into the equipment, though, as J.C. Humphreys will pick this one up and skate back toward himself. Here's Malbouf. Malbouf moving in, shot just goes wide. Sent back in by Red. In front to Malbouf. He's going to try and tuck it. Great save there by Volsky. Moving in. Williams drops it. Tries to go across. Malbouf, though, has a chance at a breakaway. Pokes it away from Ackland and will hold instead. Malbouf gets it poked away by O'Donnell. Williams in his own zone. Red's going to go for a change. 3 change. No, just 2. Looks like Trevino and Malbouf have their own side of the bench where they are just switching for each other as defensemen. As here comes Humphreys moving in. He will finally beat Volsky between the legs. Christian Humphreys extends the lead back to 2.
He was due. Volsky's robbed him a number of times tonight. And between the legs, making it look easy is the Colorado Avalanche prospect. Great work there from 12 in red.
Back to that, Trevino and Malbouf
Yeah.
having their own separate bench where just the defensemen are going to change.
It's crazy because both of these guys you could probably put in the top 3 GOAT defensemen this season, and they're coincidentally on the same team.
Trevino will pick this one up. He will send it all the way down for Christian Humphreys. It will go wide. Volsky comes out to play it because it would have been Humphreys to win the race. Red into Humphreys. He's going to tuck it. Just goes wide. Volsky seemingly covered the entire bottom of the net there. Moving in. White. It's Ribstein in front, and he will score. It's Shane Kozlina. And just like that, I believe it should be 6-5, even though the scoreboard says 5-4.
Yes, still a 1-goal game. I mean, that's the main point we're going to take with this. But Kozlina, again, really good shot to read that one from Stern. Hits the back of him. That's 2 on the night for him. He has really excelled in a new role this season. He's already tied the amount of goals he had all of last GOAT season. Great stuff from number 5, Shane Kozlina.
Stern moving in. Goes for the wraparound. Will not get there. Sent across to Kozlina again. Shot just goes wide. Had a beautiful chance. Mahler turned over to Trevino. Dumped past Stern. And Stern in a foot race with Weber. He will hold. Go behind the net. So that one will be sent up to Mahler. 3-on-1 developing for White. Shot there. Save made by Blackburn. Behind the net. Set up to Humphreys. Humphreys puts on the brakes, moving in. Fakes the pass. It'll go into the corner. Humphreys sent all the way across to Malbouf. Malbouf waiting. Back to Humphreys. Sent across to Malbouf. Just bounces over the stick as there's 17 to go in the first half. Sends it back. Schaff. Back to Humphreys. Humphreys down to Malbouf. Put on a platter for him, but turned over, and now here comes White. He's got to go quick. It's Kozlina. 2 seconds and 1. Save made by Blackburn. Would have counted, but a great save.
What a move by Kozlina, trying to tuck past Blackburn. Phenomenal job. It's been mostly Red. White's had their moments as well where they've looked really strong. You wonder how long Blackburn can stand on his head, though. Red's played an okay job defensively. But remember, this is a second straight game for Blackburn. Defense is going to have to improve a little bit here for Red if they want to, stay on top and fight for their playoff lives.
Yeah, they're really fighting for it, and we will see if they will slave off the White in about a minute and a half. We are back as they cut us off by about a minute and a half.
Yeah, they did not give us much time, and they didn't even give Ethan Blackburn enough time.
As he was still at the bench when they dropped the puck. As we get ready for the second half here, a minute earlier than anticipated, I think the refs want to get out of here.
Yeah, it's been a very long day, especially the second game. The refs are about ready to call it a day.
Trevino will hold as we start the second half. We'll drop it off. And with lots of speed moving in is Tomko. That minute refresher was good for him, that's for sure.
He's seemingly the Energizer Bunny of this team. He just needs about 10 seconds to rest and boom, right back to the ice.
O'Donnell moving in, pass this one across, Mahler, shot, then that one's gonna go in. That will be Adam Mahler, and is tied at 6.
Another guy who was on the LTIR with White's cap circumvention comes back last week and gets his first goal. And now he's sitting with 3. A welcome addition that has now tied this hockey game.
Red seemingly needed to hold off White as long as possible. Did not get to hold him off very long in this second half. Now they've got to get back in the lead. Moving in is White. O'Donnell. O'Donnell waits, sent it to the middle. Shot, and he's going to score. Jack O'Brien gives the lead to White. And now Red playing from behind.
It's the one thing I said before we went to intermission. How long can the defense hold off White? And how rested is Ethan Blackburn? Only having a minute of intermission is not going to help very much. White's really taking advantage of that right now with 2 quick goals here in the second half.
White's going to win this draw. Poked forward from Tomko. Tries to send it in the middle. Intercepted. Tomko will find its way back to the puck. So he's going to wrap around. Back to Malbouf. Malbouf. Down. Mahoney. Mahoney holds. Backhand towards the net. Tried to hit the stick of Malbouf. Maybe a little tip action. And here comes White. Moving in. Breakaway. Just goes wide off the stick of a Williams. Turned over, though. Williams back behind the net. Tries to send it in front. No one there. Mahoney tried to clear it out for a breakaway. And he's fighting off all of White. And poked away. And eventually will make its way to Kozlina, who will pick it up for White. Kozlina moving in. Slot shot. Save made. Rebound is there and covered by Blackburn.
This offense is really driven by Shane Kozlina today. He's almost been the unstoppable factor for Team White. 2 goals, about 5 shots already, and all of them have been A-plus great opportunities in front of Ethan Blackburn.
Trevino now, who switched out for Malbouf, yes. Here comes Red, shot there, save made, rebound is poked away. O'Brien will carry, he'll pass this one, tries to hit Carone, just out of reach. As we will have an icing, I believe.
Yeah, very light icing call there. Is Anthony Crow not too happy with that one. So both teams will get a couple fresh bodies on. That's going to be the key here. Obviously, the benches aren't the hugest on both sides. So you're going to keep your top guys rested here. And a lot at stake here the next 19 and a half minutes.
Sterner will leave it behind the net. He will get it back. And he will start the push north.
Top guys out here for White.
Stern with space, tries to send it in front, unable to hit Carone. Red moves it up, just out of reach of O'Brien. And it'll be turned over, though. Ripstein turns it over, back to O'Brien. O'Brien into the slot, tries to go back, unable to do so, and now here comes White Carone. Has Trevino to beat. Trevino doing a good job keeping him from the slot. Sent across. Kozlina fakes the shot and goes wide. Carone will try and send it around. It's going to be intercepted. This pass will make its way up. Schaaf, shot, 5-hole. Standing up is Volsky to make sure there's no whistle. Kozlina gets around Humphreys. Red makes the change to put their top guys on now. Kozlina in front, can't make it the pass across to Mahler. Ribstein down to Kozlina. Kozlina across to Mahler. Mahler back to Ribstein. Ribstein back to Kozlina. Humphreys able to pickpocket him, and here he goes. Christian Humphreys fakes between the legs. Backhand and in. It's tied 7-7.
2 straight goals for Christian Humphrey to tie this game back up. They needed the alternate captain to put the work in, and he did. Spring free in the breakaway. Let's talk about AJ Schaaf. It was going to be a White defender coming back. Good screen. Humphreys had all day to do what he wanted, and an easy goal there for Red.
Ribstein will try and clear that one. J.C. Humphreys tried to dump that one in. Mahler will pick it up, though. Mahler's going to go behind the net. Sent in front. But weird bounce and just goes wide. Ribstein jumps over his stick. He'll get it back, though. And he will almost lose it to Christian Humphreys. Great play there to save off the Humphreys squared. As J.C. will still try and attack him. As White done a good job. O'Donnell with the puck. Red eventually turns it over. J.C. Humphreys will clear up to Malbouf. 2-on-2. Back to Christian Humphreys. Christian Humphreys' pass is blocked and moving in. Here comes White. It's O'Donnell. Great defensive play there by Tomko. Pass across, tipped away by Humphreys. He will spring loose, and now they've got a 2-on-1 in favor of White. As he will put on the brakes. Fakes leaving it for Tomko. Will eventually lose it. It'll be picked back up by Mahoney. Mahoney tries to go in front, blocked by Volsky. Moving up is White. Trevino with a great pass block. Tomko sends it across. It'll be picked up here by Weber. Weber behind the net. Still holds. He'll lose it, though. Poked into the zone. No offside. It was off a White stick. Tomko dangles around 1, around 2. Still has it. Will eventually get poked free and goes over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell moving in. Tries to pass across, just out of reach.
Really good defensive structure from both sides. Not really given much room.
Weber moving in. Has a break. And it goes in. Thought Volsky got it. Not enough of it. And it is back to a Red lead.
What a shot by Weber. Finding the underneath pass there. Beautiful job, well done.
Red taking the lead back despite only having the 2 defensemen rotating.
It's a bold strategy, but that's your strong suit. You got to take advantage of it.
Weber tries to get that pass all the way across. We poked free. Trevino will pick it back up in front. Tip just wide by Weber.
He's feeling hot right now. He got 2 goals tonight.
Weber moving in. Shot just goes high. Carone tries to clear it. Will be poked back. Will make its way back to Carone. As that one poked away by Trevino. Red playing some great defense right now. Mahoney. Mahoney will poke it and clear it. And here comes Red. Norkovikics goes for the pass across. Gets poked towards the net. And off the side of the net. Carone taking time and space. Moves in, sends it across. Shot save there by Blackburn. Great save there. White moving in, barely keeping it onside is Jack O'Brien. He comes in, fans on the shot, and here comes Red. 3-on-1 developing. Malbouf with it now. Malbouf across to O'Brien. O'Brien's shot, glove, save by Volsky. It'll go back to O'Brien. O'Brien in front for Malbouf. Fans on the shot. Could have had a 2-goal lead.
Man, just a fortunate break for White.
Here comes Stern. Looking to make sure they pay for it. Back in front for O'Donnell. And that one's going to be saved by Blackburn. Here comes Red. Norkovikics. Has O'Brien. He'll go there. Shot. And he's going to bury it this time. It's Will O'Brien. And it's 9-7 Red.
Can we talk about the additions of 2 Will O'Brien and 3 Luke Malbouf to this roster? They get traded from Team Black to Team Red, and they've just been phenomenal fits on this roster. O'Brien's now up to 5 goals in the season. Malbouf, as we've said many, many times tonight, a staple on that defensive core for Team Red, and they're the big reason why they're up by 2 right now.
Schaff moving in for Humphreys. That one's going to go in. That one hit the back bar and comes out. Christian Humphreys makes it 10-7.
A hat-trick goal for Christian Humphreys. And at least from our angle, that was clear-cut right underneath the bar and out. Beautiful shot from the captain.
Scoreboard in the arena has not been updated. It is 10-7. Christian Humphreys will move up. Now it's been updated. Here he comes again. Goes 5-hole, and it will be saved by Volsky this time. Moved up to Mahler. Mahler across to Stern. Stern waits. Trevino putting his body on the line. Mahler holds. Back to Kozlina. Kozlina waits. Gets around 1. Around 2. Tries to go back in front. Blackburn gets the leg. And here comes Red. 2-on-1. Humphrey squared, and he'll lose it on that one. Ribstein will make the pass up out of reach. Icing will be called.
Yeah, for White, it's only a 3-goal deficit, but that clock is slowly ticking away.
Just under 12 to go.
It's just going to be a lot for White. We've seen Red score in clusters. Now White has to do the same thing. Or as the scoreboard says, White.
And that one's going to go in, I believe. That will be Will Tomko. Am I right?
Yeah, that's Tomko again. That's his hat-trick goal. As Red, once again, they get hot. There's no stopping them.
I was distracted by the white E
Yeah, White.
with the 2 E's on the scoreboard that I missed that goal. Tomko's going to almost spring free for a breakaway there, but now White moving 3-on-1. Mahler across, and that one's going to go in. I believe that will actually be Mahler. I believe that went off a Red defender in front, but I could be wrong.
We're going to give it to Mahler. We'll give Mahler the break here. Regardless, really good play from Kozlina in front to at least screen the goaltender.
It'll either be Mahler or Kozlina.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Regardless, White cut it down to 3.
And moving in is Tomko. Off the breakaway. Save there by Volsky. 11-8 the score after 2 quick goals.
Hard to keep track. It's just back and forth constantly.
Kozlina tries to move in, and a shattered stick in the door. And that does not feel good, but that one will go in. It will be Carter Williams as we have Kozlina down. As
Yeah.
that was dangerous. I don't know if you saw that.
No, very dangerous indeed, and hopefully he's okay because the stick has been hot for him. That's one thing for sure. So that's an unfortunate break, but he's on his knees, and hopefully he can be okay here. So the clock stops with 10:17. The fortunate thing, White got a goal out of that one from Williams, but that is definitely a painful thing that's happened a fair share of times before to me, and it's not very fun.
Stick got caught in the door, and he just kept going through it. Breaks it, luckily. If he didn't break that, it could have been much worse for him, I believe.
Yeah, definitely could have been way, way worse. So good to see him get back to the bench on his own power on that one.
They're going to try and fix that door and make sure it's fully closed with no gap.
Just went back and looked. Kozlina will get credit for that goal. He did get the
Kozlina?
deflection in. So that is a hat-trick goal for Shane Kozlina as well. So unfortunate break of the stick, but he also come away with the hat-trick just prior before that.
As we approach restarting this game, it will be 11-9, not to be read the wrong way.
Yes. And looks to be Kozlina just hunched over now, just trying to shake it off. You can see him just wincing in pain over there. So hopefully he can come back into this hockey game.
Looked like the one ref thought they were going to blow the whistle dead in the zone, but luckily the one ref remembered they scored,
Yes.
so it will be at center ice.
Almost giving White the competitive advantage here to come back in this game.
Moving in is Red. Norkovic's shot save made. Rebound couldn't be there for Weber. Just goes wide, and here comes White. Acklin. Back to Carone. Carone holds. He'll move it to O'Brien. Behind the net. Goes for the wraparound save there. Poked back into the zone by O'Donnell. Flipped out, and here is Norkovic's backhand shot, just goes wide. Picked up by Mahoney. Mahoney behind the net. In front for Weber. Weber across. Trevino. Shot. Tipped in front. Rebound save there on Mahoney. Cleared out, and Red is changing, so here comes Acklin. Acklin tries for the toe drag. Not able to hold it. Trevino. Tipped there. All the way to Humphreys. Humphreys shot save made and behind the net. O'Brien tries to spring Stern, who will move that along. O'Donnell. O'Donnell in front for Stern. Great save there by Blackburn. Stern tries to go across one more, losing the stick. And here comes Red on a 3-on-1. It's Humphreys. Christian Humphreys, he's going to score. 12-9 White. Christian Humphreys.
He springs free. Most of the time, he's going to put that in the back of the net. You could try all you want to get back on defense, and sometimes there's still not the answer for a Christian Humphreys breakaway.
As there's some debate about the score, we have it as 12-9. As Red is also complaining that it is 12-9, but they're keeping it 12-10. Shot there will go wide. Rebound will not make its way in front. Blackburn still doing a great job.
I think Whiteson's going to come away with a free goal.
Moving across, and there goes Humphreys, poked wide. O'Brien will steal that puck. Flipped up, tries to go for Humphreys. Stern will intercept. Intercepted there, though, by O'Brien. 2-on-1 with Humphreys. Shot goes wide. Moving in is White. Humphreys will intercept. Humphreys holds, waits, put on the toe drag. Poked away, though. 7.5 to go. Sent across. Here is O'Donnell. O'Donnell's pass intercepted by Malbouf. Malbouf up to O'Brien. O'Brien over to J.C. Humphreys. Humphreys Tries to go in the middle. Intercepted. Shot there. Save made by Volsky. Malbouf. Sent down. Across. Humphreys tries to go back. Unable to get there. And here comes Ribstein. Moving in. Off the crossbar and into the netting.
The crazy part here, Andrew, is say White does score 2 goals and Red doesn't, and this goes to the sudden death. And White just bought themselves a free goal.
Yeah, it'll be
That's-
unfortunate.
That's crazy if that actually happens here. Just think, I can't imagine someone from Red going back and watching and go, wait a minute, they had it at 12-9. Why didn't you guys have it at 12-9?
I believe Humphreys called him out for it.
He did off the draw. We could see, looking at the scores, and hey, that's not right. Obviously, we're playing worst case scenario, but imagine if it does happen.
Humphreys going to send that one in. Volsky will clear that one out. Almost took out his own guy. J.C. Humphreys, and way offside there was Tomko.
Just some miscommunication. Happens to the best of us. And we'll have this one outside the zone, but Red having some good pressure here.
White's going to win this draw. Ribstein poked away, intercepted by J.C. Humphreys. Back to Christian Humphreys, unable to get the Humphreys square goal. Mahler moves this one up. Kozlina tries to go back to Mahler, has to put on the brakes. Mahler back to Kozlina, across to Ribstein, save made. Rebound is there, J.C. Humphreys will take it.
Yeah, good to see Kozlina back on the ice after the stick incident earlier.
Tries to go to Tomko, bounces off his skate and move it over to Humphreys. Humphreys tries to send it into JC, and he will not get there. Kozlina sends it up to Acklin. Acklin with Humphreys on him. Ribstein moves around him, shot, and he's going to score. Connor Ribstein, and it's now 12-10.
12-10, Red over White. But we're going to, I mean, will the scoreboard go to 12-11 or let's say 12-10 is the question.
It's currently staying 12-10.
Will it stay there the entirety is the question.
Backing up, O'Brien will hold. O'Brien leaves it. Carone. Pressuring in. A lot of back and forth here in this little skirt. Finally, it'll be sent in by White to be picked up by Malbouf. 4:20 to go in this game as this one's going to get flipped all the way to Weber. Weber just passed. Into the corner. Tries to go back to Weber. Unable to get there. Moves it up. Acklin moving in. Acklin tries to send it in front. To no avail. Weber back to Malbouf. Malbouf puts on the brakes. Over to Mahoney. Mahoney spins. Putting on the jets. Mahoney's shot high and wide. Weber turns it over. Acklin moving in. Acklin's pass is blocked by Malbouf. And here's Mahoney. Mahoney carries. Tries to dangle through the whole team, unable to do so. And here's O'Brien. He'll pass this one up. Carone. Moving across the line. Back to Stern. Stern behind the net. Carone tries to pass it in front, blocked in front there by Red, and cleared from the front of the net. Sent all the way up, and here is A.J. Schaff, unable to get there. Volsky with a great poke check.
You wonder how soon White decides to pull Volsky here, down by 2 and 2.5 to go.
Mahler sends it over to Stern. Stern tries to go back to the point. Too many red bodies in the way, and it'll be turned over. Mahler, though, intercepts the red clear. But Tomko picks his pocket, and here he comes. Tomko with 2:30 to go will circle back out of the offensive zone in the neutral zone to kill more time. He'll get it back to Trevino, who will fan on the catch, as he will have to go all the way down to his own goal line. He'll send it up, try to, and he will make its way up to Schaff. Schaff moving in, goes for the wraparound, send in front, tried to hit O'Brien just off his stick as here comes Red. Carone moving in. Around Tomko, Carone, shot goes high. Schaff will flip this one up, and here is Will O'Brien moving in. Save made by Volsky. Back to Tomko, back to Malbouf. Malbouf's shot goes wide. Volsky standing on his head in the last couple seconds. Mahler, he will try and pass it across. Poked away, and Malbouf turns it over for Red, moving in. Shot save made by Volsky, saving this team.
The pressure's been too much. White can't set anything up here.
Pass there goes wide. As now White will carry it. It's O'Donnell. Pass back to Mahler. Mahler sends it across. And cleared out by Red. Here's Will Tomko. Still in the net is Volsky. Here he comes. Save made by Volsky. Tomko sent across. Great defensive play there by Mahler to stop the shot. O'Brien intercepted. Tomko poked away by Mahler. Kozlina intercepted by J.C. Humphreys. Unable to get the goalie out. Volsky tried to go there. Was unsuccessful as Red turned it over. Malbouf just trying to kill time. Sends it up to Christian Humphreys. He's got J.C. Tries to send it there. Blocked though. Volsky's leaving. Here comes White. 37 to go. O'Donnell. Pass across. Blocked. And cleared there by Malbouf. Could have been dangerous as he sent that towards the net. Ribstein will pick it up. He will crisscross. Acklin almost took out Tomko. That would have been bad. Towards the net, shot, save made, rebound cleared by Malbouf. Behind the net, J.C. Humphreys. 9 seconds, and Reds' playoff hopes are gonna be still alive. Dumped in, save made, and Red comes away and holds off the White, and it is a final score of 12-10.
It has been a crazy, crazy day of Goat 44 hockey. We came in with the expectation that maybe we will have the playoffs teams by the end of today, and now we're leaving with only one secured in purple. Next week is really going to be something now. Green, white, black, teal, red, all still alive. Teal has to have a lot go right, but red, seemingly, with the hot streak they've kind of been on, they might be the sleeper team that gets into the playoffs.
Red plays black. That is a winning in for both teams.
That is a crazy, crazy scenario going in here.
Teal is playing white, I believe. No.
Teal's purple.
Teal's playing purple. They need to win, and they need white to lose, who is playing green.
A lot has to go right. And it's going to be crazy. I think next week is going to be some of the most insane hockey we've seen in the Goat 4v4 League. We've seen how competitive this league can get. And now knowing that the playoff spots are just this close. Every team is just this close to getting in. It's going to be an insane finish.
It's going to be a great finish, and we will be here in 7 days for those 3 games to determine the playoff matchups. We will be back in 7 days.